I'm addicted to success.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Welcome to your new favorite podcast, The Ain't Shit Show, the home of booze, views, and unpopular opinions. I want to thank you for joining us for episode 62.
Yeah, 6 with the 2 on it.
My name is Fresh, and I'm one half of the pod gods. And with me is the best man in all the podcast land, my right-hand man, Mr. B. Hill.
Yeah. What up? What's happening, captains, party people?
What's good with you, my friend? What's good with you?
Shit, man. Just trying to stay warm.
Hell yeah.
The winter is trash. I'm over the winter. Shout out to the niggas who live in Chicago.
Facts.
I.e. or Antarctica. Actually
right.
colder than Antarctica.
Chicago.
That shit is trash.
Arctica.
Like, huh?
Yeah,
they said if you went outside, if you have to go outside, don't talk or fucking take deep breaths. Because
don't talk is
freeze.
Wild.
Nigga, your lungs might freeze is wilder.
Listen, the fact that Chicago has like the schools closed and everything, you know it's cold because states in the Midwest, they used to cold. Like, it ain't no, you know what I'm saying, crazy. North Carolina, Atlanta, even DC, like, it ain't that. Like, you know, they'll close school for shit. But they don't really close the government and school and all that. So you know it's cold. They talking about like it's gonna feel like below 50 or some shit.
Yeah, nigga. What does that feel like? Like, who's felt that before to the point that they can like, oh, this is what it's gonna feel like?
Bro, just think about what they damn bill's about to be.
Oh yeah, niggas' heat is about to explode. Like your damn heater and shit, that shit gonna explode. Cause that shit gonna be working
overtime,
1,000% over.
I hope niggas got like generators and shit like that. They said that like over 11 homeless people have died and all that. Like, it's crazy.
Died. They like that's a man. Shit, man. Hell no. I couldn't deal with that shit, boy. I can nigga minus 17. That shit is frigid beyond. Like, nigga, that shit is. Nigga, they gonna have polar bears walking around Chicago. Polar bears gonna come out the water like, what's up with y'all niggas?
Hey, listen, this probably gonna be the lowest crime rate right
ever.
Exactly. Niggas, it's too cold for niggas to shoot each other in Chicago.
Yeah, the goddamn gun gonna freeze. The metal gonna freeze to your hand. Niggas gonna be walking around like cyborgs.
The bullet gonna be like, fuck that shit and go back in.
Word, like, you know what? Nah. Nigga, hell nah. But real shit, cause you know, like, hot freezes faster than cold.
Yeah.
Like the kinetic energy or whatever in that shit. So like that shit might fuck around and freeze on your ass. Like, time it down. I don't know. Cause I've been seeing like motherfuckers standing outside, like throwing coffee and shit in the air and that shit like freezing instantly.
Bro, I couldn't even be outside to do that demonstration. Like
hell no.
You calling the work frozen.
In like North Dakota, it's going to be like -30.
But I'm not living there. Like, listen,
no one should live there.
I said I would. Once I got that newscast, I would have uprooted my whole family and moved before lunch. That's what I said. I would have been out, bro. Like, I would have been out.
No, ain't nothing. I can't do nothing with that. Like, no, I'm a tropical. Like, I was talking shit today with one of my white boys at work. I told that nigga, I said, he was like, it's cold. It was like, it's cold. And then we go to Harris Teeter. Mind, it was like 30 degrees. It was cold shit and the wind was blowing. It's a white man in there with no fucking coat on, like a short sleeve shirt. I'm like, y'all.
Oh, no.
Y'all white folks is white devils for real. Y'all niggas got hot blooded fucking fucking Americans for real. Cause that shit don't make no goddamn sense.
Because
like, it's cold as hell.
Privilege make you warm, I guess. Shit.
I don't know. That shit
that
shit is crazy.
I definitely could not. I couldn't do that, man. Like, even today, like, so it was supposed to snow yesterday and I work from home and shit like that, which that was cool. You know what I mean? Cause I always want to work from home if I possibly can, you know what I'm saying? And I work from home, but we ain't getting not a drop of snow in Atlanta. And I'm like, it's nothing.
It was supposed to, like, they was talking about it was supposed to ice cause it was raining bad. And they said it was supposed to ice or some shit, you know what I mean?
Did y'all get any ice?
Nah, we didn't get shit.
Was school closed? School was closed?
Nah, it wasn't none of that shit. It was weird because over the weekend they had like put Mad Brian and shit down.
Mm-hmm.
for no apparent reason. Like, it was like 60 degrees. I'm like, what the fuck y'all niggas doing? Like, I'm just mad shit on the roads and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? It's like 60 degrees over the weekend. Like, I had cleaned my car and type shit. It was so warm. Like, these niggas tripping.
I don't know if it's because of our new administration, like Mayor Keisha Lance Bottoms. Shout out to Keisha. Or if
she got a fat butt.
I don't know.
I think I've asked that again, but I want to know again.
I have not looked at Keisha's Lance Bottoms.
You can't be from Atlanta and have a last name Bottoms and not have a fat ass. She should definitely go get surgery if she doesn't have a fat ass.
No, do not make our mayor get fucking Brazilian butt lift.
Just move a little. No, she can just do the fat transfer.
I mean, either way, it's still a surgery. Don't do that. Yeah. Bottoms is for her last name is Bottoms for the dudes here. For all the bottoms in Atlanta.
There's plenty of those.
Yeah, she's repping for the bottoms, man. But yeah, I don't know if it's because of her or because of the Super Bowl. But they definitely had the streets prepped in Atlanta. You know, Atlanta, if y'all remember, like a couple years back, they all calling it Snowmageddon, but you know, Atlanta was trapped like a few years back, and the roads and shit basically became a parking lot. People were sleeping in their cars, and because of the weather in Atlanta, they don't have like emergency like snow trucks and shit like that. The city didn't invest in that because it's so rare. But this weekend, they definitely had everything prepped and ready. So, like I said, I don't know if it was to preserve those Super Bowl dollars or like Keisha just on her shit, but either way, you all appreciate it.
Yeah.
For sure. What you do this weekend?
I know that shit jumping. I know that is jumping. You ain't been to none of them free concerts?
Nah, it's been too cold, my nigga. Ain't no artist been there so far that'll make me stand out in that cold. Like, you know, it ain't Chicago cold here, but it's still colder than normal. I would say that, shit. Cold is cold. Like, ain't nobody out there for me to fucking pass out in the fucking
you ain't want to go ahead, your car ain't got no roof.
Right, exactly. Nah, I wasn't doing that. It's one show I want to see.
I seen mad at them shits. Them shits was turned though.
Yeah.
Those mad motherfuckers out there.
Yeah, I hope they was drunk as a bitch. Cause you need something to keep your shit warm.
Pretty sure they had to be. I know that shit look live. Like, I was happy to see you on Dro. That's my nigga. I fuck with Dro.
Yeah, you do love some Dro. That bitch.
It seemed like a good lineup like that Tuesday night or whatever. I seen I guess it was Tuesday night. It was either Monday or Tuesday night, but that shit like an awesome lineup. They had a whole bunch of Atlanta artists and shit.
Yeah, they switching it up like every night, white, black. It's like hip hop, then country, then hip hop again, then EDM, then hip hop again, then, you know, some other white shit. So they trying to give it equal opportunity, but they definitely segregated the fuck out them concerts.
I believe
for sure. Like, you know, get all the black people out and then get them home, then get the white people in, and then we gonna switch it up like that. Again, shout out to Keisha. I'm sure she thought about all that. But, you know, that's what
actually it's JD. I think JD, I mean, I'm sure Keisha had something to do with it considering she's a
they all work together. They all work together, but yeah, that was JD shit, and that's good that shit was free, cause I already told you, like, I'm only supporting the shit that's free or like not directly affiliated. So, you know, that was my whole plan. But if the weather was a little bit warmer, I definitely would have went out there for the night you talking about when Dro and was out there.
Is that shit far from your house?
Nah, like, traffic or no, look, rush hour or no rush hour. Yeah. No rush hour, it's about, 15 minutes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like, I live in Atlanta, so it ain't that far from my house, but in traffic, hour and a half. Yeah, easy.
Shit, that's amazing.
Easy. Hour and a half. It's some shit I'm trying to get to on Friday or whatever. It's a bunch of BET stuff that's going down.
Niggas.
And they doing a bunch of things, and it's an event that I want to go to, but it's at 7 on Friday, and I'm like, I don't know if I can make it by 7 in the city. Cause we got regular rush hour. I don't leave, if I gotta go somewhere downtown, I don't leave my house till after 7:30. Like, I don't leave my house till after 7:30. So trying to get somewhere at 7, I gotta leave at like 5:45. at least to get there by 7.
Way to live.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
And there's no way, like, they need that in the metro, like, or they martyr shit. That shit really ain't no good. Like, it ain't like a good system to use.
I don't think so personally. Like, if you like live in, it ain't like that. It's not that vast. It really is just like really central Atlanta, like metro Atlanta. Like, it ain't like that many stops. It's definitely not that. You know what I'm saying? But that would be kind of something I could do, but nah, I'm not that, cause it's not
Metro
close to shit.
DC is excellent. That shit is
shout out
well
to
run.
DC. Yeah, our joint was legit, even though I haven't been on the metro at home in like a good little minute, and I hear that like the price is going up and niggas robbing niggas on the metro and like all that shit, but it's good.
At least DC's getting back to normal. Like to hear that.
DC getting back to normal. What you do this weekend? What you been up to?
What did I do this weekend? I don't think I did shit. My son had a basketball game Saturday morning, and I had a headache. I had a crazy migraine, and it was wild because I don't know why I had that migraine. Because Friday night it was my homegirl Keisha's birthday.
Happy birthday,
my wife's
Keisha.
cousin and shit. Yeah, happy birthday to Keisha. And we went to Roof Chris and shit.
Nice.
And I know niggas be mad. I know the white folks be mad when there'll be a bunch of niggas from on the roof, because it's just niggas. Niggas just gonna be niggas. Like my people that snuck a bottle of goddamn Quavo and that motherfucking shit. And
Quavo at that, like, not only
Quavo,
are you sneaking a bottle, it's Quavo.
A whole fifth though, not even like a little airplane bottle.
Right.
It was a whole fucking fifth. Shout out to my cousin. And so we was in there, and then like, you know, niggas sending shit back, and goddamn my steak ain't cooked good, and you know what I'm saying, shit like that. I mean,
niggas like that.
We just like that. We just motherfuckers ain't never satisfied. We ain't never had shit, so we ain't used to shit. So when we get
and
it,
niggas always trying to get out of a bill.
And
like they eat half the shit.
Niggas don't know how to eat no steak. Like, I don't eat steak no more, but like when you're not supposed to eat a steak.
You stopped doing red meat?
Yeah, I've been stopped red meat.
Oh, I ain't even know that. I ain't even know that.
Yeah, I ain't had a steak in.
You ain't had a burger either?
Nah.
Oh wow, that's wild.
I only eat poultry and shit, and seafood shit. Yeah. But I ain't had red meat, pork, none of that shit. It's very hard. I'm working through it. I'm struggling. But honestly, I ain't really eat a lot of red meat like talking about anyway. It was just more like occasional steak here and there and occasional burger, but most times it's not. Like, I don't cook. I ain't never cooked with that shit. Like, I never got ground beef or nothing like that. So I always use turkey as a substitute. And only thing I really miss is bacon. You know what I mean? Like, it's food candy. But we went there. Getting back to it, they had this fucking. I had that. If you've never been to Roof Chris, man, you need to go and get. You need to go and get the fucking stuffed chicken.
So what happened at Roof Chris?
So yeah, man, niggas just, you know what I'm saying? Niggas just ain't right. Like, one of my it was my man, wife and shit. He ordering shit and sending it back, and then the women, plus it's a caveat. Motherfuckers was from Durham too. So if you know anything about the Bull City, motherfuckers is nice and good in the hood, in a good way.
Niggas gonna nig, you know?
Yeah, motherfuckers like getting steak, and the steak got a little pink, and they want to eat a damn
hockey puck.
Yeah, he the fucking hockey puck and shit. That shit was fucking fried, dyed, and laid aside and shit. And you could just tell, like, they put the gratuity on there and shit. I ain't giving no extra though. I should have. But how much do you tip? Do you know, like, when you go to Roof Chris, do you always just like $20 on top of whatever you pay for, or is it?
Usually I tip at 15 to 20%, and if I'm going to Roof Chris, 9 times out of 10 is probably for 2, so your bill gonna be over $100. So your tip really be like
restaurant week. So it was restaurant week.
Okay, but, I tip at a percentage. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not, you know, I'm not just about to.
I put a dub on it. That's my damn.
What was your total bill?
I'm gonna put a dub on it. I'm trying to get.
That was good though. That was more than 15%. If it was $80 and you put $20 on it.
Yeah.
Cause they wouldn't have got my $20 until my shit was $100. Yeah. So I probably would have gave like 15.
Them niggas be killing though. One of my homeboys, he bartended for Ruth Chris and shit. And at one point before he used to work with me in my old job, And shit, he was like, shit, I was making like 75,000 waiting tables at Roof Chris.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because your bill gonna be high.
Hell yeah.
So your tips, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out to all the bartenders and waiters and waitresses and
all of that. Motherfuckers coming through there.
The good ones though.
Yeah.
Because some of y'all
$5,000 bills and shit.
Yeah, them you can have a good night. Like I know my share of bartenders and waitresses, unfortunately, but
if you sell drugs and shit, you should you should get to know bartenders and shit because they always got cash.
Yeah, you know, in Atlanta, the bartending and waitressing game is like prostitution, basically. Like they try to solicit customers and shit like that. But you ain't about to bat your eyelashes at me for more money. Oh, this shit. Listen, here's my thing about drinks. I don't tip a percentage on my drinks. Like, if I'm just getting drinks, like, you probably getting $1 or $2. Like, I'm not.
Yeah, I don't really believe in that shit either. Like, I don't be wanting to tip for no drink. Like, you ain't do shit. Right. Like, you ain't throw me no extra.
Right.
I mean, I'll tip for a drink. I'm lying. Like, if it depends how I'm feeling. Like, if you show love, I'm like, if you give me a little extra and I could tell, but if you like give me like, if you goddamn measuring the fuck out my shot.
If you measuring, you definitely not getting it.
Yeah,
like,
you ain't get shit.
I'll give you $1. I'll give you $1.
I don't think I should tip you on the fucking beer either.
I feel you.
The one that you pop the top on, you ain't even pour the shit out in the tap. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you on that. I feel you on that.
Nigga, just hit $4 here. You get it's $4 for the beer. Like, fuck out of here, man. And right, I don't know. Nah. And maybe because I ain't no server, but like, fuck, man. I don't be feeling like I got to give you an extra $1 for a beer. Like, this beer expensive as fuck as it is. You know what I'm saying?
If you cool as shit, and you, like you said, you showing love and shit like that. Like, I'll tip you pretty good. Like, if you showing love, like, I tip you super good just so I can keep getting that love, you know what I'm saying? Cause that's less drinks I gotta buy. But if you on some basic shit, you using that damn measuring shit and all that.
You pulling out the little silver thing on me.
Yeah.
And ain't pouring additionally. You know how you pour the thing in the cup and then keep pouring? You don't do that? No,
it's called a jigger. The jigger is sounds racial, but the little, the upside down triangle thing where it's like a big triangle on the top.
I forgot I'm talking to a bartender.
Yeah.
I apologize.
Bartender and license only, not really practicing. But I mean, but that's a jigger. That's a spout when you pouring the shit out. You know
I know white folks can't wait to say that. Right. Can you give me the jigger? The what?
I would definitely say I call somebody a jigger if I get accused of calling them a nigga. Like, that's a
motherfucker.
Jigger. But,
I hit the nigga with the jigger.
Hey, that's stupid.
I hit the nigga with the shot pour. The what? It's called a jigger.
I called them a no good shot pourer. That's what I called them. I didn't use no racial slurs. Let me keep that.
Goddamn jiggers.
Oh, speaking of nigga shit.
Bugs. They got some chiggers in North Carolina, like red bugs and shit. Them shits will eat your ass up. Call them chiggers.
Chiggers. They are. Them ain't the bugs that make them noises, is it?
You mean grasshoppers?
No, it's like some bug in North Carolina, because that's the only place I've seen it, and it makes like a clicking noise. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm talking about? I think they jump, like they make a clicking noise.
Yeah, nigga, that's a grasshopper.
No, nigga, I ain't talking about no damn grasshopper.
Nigga,
no
they make the noise and they jump. That's a grasshopper. Nigga.
Do cicadas make noise?
Do what?
Ain't they called cicadas? Like them mosquito joints?
Oh, I don't know, blood.
I gotta look it up. But there's definitely a bug in North Carolina, because I have not seen it anywhere else. And they jump up and down, and it makes like this clicking noise, and it's loud. I first saw it when I came to North Carolina, and I've only seen it in North Carolina.
I probably know him. I just so accustomed to him, I guess. I don't know.
But speaking of nigga shit, Tyson's recalled some chicken because it had some rubber in it.
Yeah, man, that shit is trash because my kids eat that shit. Like, they got some chicken nuggets down there, some Tyson's, but it ain't those those like panko crusted or some shit like that.
Yeah. I want to know, where the fuck did the rubber come from? Like, how did you just mysteriously get rubber in your shit?
That's crazy.
Like, it's next to a tire plant?
I used to do products liability claims at my other job, which basically means like if you get hurt on like a particular product, right? And that was, people used to say they used to bite into shit all the time or whatnot. And like, we used to deny claims all the time, like for that very, like this one bitch I'll never forget that shit. Bitch was like, she broke her tooth on the crunchy fry. of like at Wendy's and shit. Like, you know, the fries that be at the bottom of the box, like the hard ones.
Yeah.
She said she broke her tooth on that shit. And I was like, oh, okay. When's the last time you been to the dentist? She was like, I don't know. I ain't been to the dentist in years. I was like, okay. So we're going to deny this claim because your fucking teeth are in terrible shape. If your tooth, let me tell you something. If, for all those who decide to file claims, if you goddamn file a claim because your tooth broke on a fucking fry, your tooth was a ticking time bomb ready to fucking explode.
That
in your
don't
mouth
fucking
anyway.
matter. Your fry shit be fucking hard.
If your shit is so fragile that a goddamn crunchy fry will make your teeth act like a goddamn one of them bombs in fucking
brittle
Inspector
ass
Gadget,
teeth.
you should be ashamed of yourself.
Your shit will,
That ain't nobody's fault. That is not Wendy's fault. That is not Dave Thomas' fault.
Let me tell you something about Wendy's. My mama.
That is your goddamn raggedy mama ain't never take you to the dentist and set
Let
the
me
precedent.
tell you something about raggedy ass Wendy's. And I say raggedy ass Wendy's, but I still be eating Wendy's. And I always tell my mom I'm sorry every time I eat Wendy's. My mom got some chili from Wendy's, and the shit had like something in it that she's calling it a bone. Like it was something, but it cut her tongue. Like whatever it was.
Recently?
Nah, this was a few years back. And she kept the shit, and where she fucked up at was because she kept the shit, she wrote into Wendy's, and then she talked to a nigga, like sent the shit to the nigga that I guess probably the B-Hill of that particular time. And, she cut her tongue on shit. She should just went to an attorney. But, you know, hindsight is 2020. You know what they did? They sent her a motherfucking coupons for more fucking Wendy's.
Yeah. Sound about right?
Sound like what fucking Jiffy Lube did to me. Like, why the fuck would I go back to a motherfucker that tried to kill me? And my mom has not eaten Wendy's since, bro. She do not fuck with Wendy's. Like, she hate them bastards. Like, and it's crazy because it was some shit, like, when I be thinking back on it, like, it was some shit where I probably could have got some bread. One time I was in a restaurant, it was some fucking glass in my food, and I cut my tongue on it. It wasn't like a major cut, but it definitely cut my tongue. It was a small piece of glass in there, and I was young. I was way, way young. Cause I should have went to an attorney. And then I was in another restaurant like years later where, I would have got enough.
Nah.
I would have got something.
Nah.
If I cut my tongue, I would have got something. I would have got me a motherfucking shark out that bitch, and it would have got your bald head ass like, nah, fuck that nigga. We getting some bread.
Nah, the fuck out that claim.
Oh. And that's when we go to trial, you know what I'm saying? That's cool because all they want is they cut. But anyway, years later, I was at, Asian restaurant, and the nigga was walking by with some plates, and them bitches hit the ground, and a piece fucking cut my fucking leg. Like, everybody saw that
Now
shit.
then you would have got some bread.
Yeah.
You could have got some bread. Not a lot of bread, but.
Listen, any bread, as long as I ain't motherfucking, you know what I'm saying, in no position where I'm paralyzed or hurt seriously, any bread more than what you came with is fine with me. But what I don't want
making a profit, for sure.
is a motherfucking coupon to come back and get tortured. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
That shit crazy. But I had some, I went to go get some, Mediterranean food.
Like a gyro?
Nah, that's basic Mediterranean food. Like, I eat Mediterranean food, but usually I stay with like my same shit, like, you know, like kebabs and gyros.
Them shits
Samosa.
on Monday. That shit was so good.
All them type shits, you know what I'm saying?
It was a chicken gyro, but that shit was so fire. Is that tzatziki sauce, man?
Yeah, that tzatziki sauce, like
you could
all
put
that.
Tzatziki sauce on a nipple.
You dumb as shit. But I made a promise that I was like gonna try some new shit that I don't normally try. So I tried some the matakia. It was like some like, it's like beef and rice.
You reading that shit.
Because I couldn't remember how to say the shit. And plus I have a program here, a show plan that I go over. Yeah. This is kind of structured.
Matzo pizza.
But it's like beef and rice, like inside of like this grape leaf with like this sauce on it. That was actually all right. I didn't like the grape leaf, but I did like the feeling on that shit. So I'll try that again. And I am the main person that be like, don't bring no hummus around me. I don't fuck with hummus. I hate that shit.
Disgusting.
But they actually had some decent hummus, whereas I would be willing to try it again in a Mediterranean restaurant. Like, not the shit you be buying out the store and they be having in the fucking break room and shit. That shit is disgusting. That shit be
cold and shit. Like, well, that shit is disgusting. That shit is like cold, like, it's just disgusting. It's like cold, like,
this wasn't that cold. It was like room
I can't fuck with it.
So,
I done tried
like,
it. I be
too.
wanting to eat hummus because I know it's good for me and shit, but that shit is horrible.
Man, it's a lot of shit that's good for you that's fucking disgusting as fuck. So,
like avocados. Avocados are fucking horrible.
I like avocados on certain shit. Like, I eat like guacamole.
It's a texture thing for me. Like, it's just weird. And they don't taste like shit. So it's like, what the fuck am I eating this stupid shit?
It's kind of like calamari and shit where it's only as good as what you pair it with or how you season. Like, cause really, like, calamari don't have no flavor to it.
Yeah, it's pretty good. I like calamari.
Yeah, I eat calamari, but I'm just like, it's only as good as who's cooking it. Like, what season they put in it.
The chicken gizzards of the sea. Like, you like chicken? If you've never had chicken gizzards, like, they really are like super chewy and shit. And like, it's a weird consistency and texture and chewiness, but they're really good. Like, it's weird. I don't know. If you've never had chicken gizzards, I'm a country nigga. I eat chicken gizzards and shit. They are. That's what calamari is. Like, it's like a weird, like when you bite it and shit, it's kind of like, I don't know, it's weird.
I don't fucking eat chicken gizzards, so I'll take your fucking
Have you ever eaten a chicken gizzard?
Once and never again. My family eat it though.
Lizard, I don't fuck with livers. Livers is disgusting.
No, I don't.
They're too bloody. They taste like blood, like little blood shit. Sometimes
if you overcook it, it tastes like soap. And it's
chicken livers?
Yeah, I don't like the texture of liver.
Yeah.
It's like grainy and
it look like an organ. Like it's like an organ.
Let's not talk about
let me get this right about you. Move your stomach to the side. Let me get this right here and eat it. That's fucking horrible.
Oh man.
It's like a little blood bubble.
Oh, that's like gross. Let's move along. That is gross. Like, that's so liver. Listen, I don't eat no miscellaneous parts.
I'm straight.
I don't eat no miscellaneous parts, bro. Like,
I don't eat dark meat on the chicken, so like.
I don't eat thighs. I'm anti-thighs.
I don't eat thighs. I don't eat legs.
I'll eat a leg, but that's like, I don't have any other choice. Like, I'll eat a leg. I'm not anti-leg. I'm just not pro-leg. But give me a wing. First wing, then breast.
Wing and chicken breast for me.
No, never thigh. Never thigh. I'll go hungry before I eat a thigh.
Whenever I order chicken from anywhere, it's like, let me get the white meat. I don't want the fucking dark meat. That shit is like slave rations. The only time that I fuck with a thigh is if it's on the grill because they're so greasy and shit, so they actually cook down well. But otherwise, them shit's
That's what I was going to ask. Like, will you eat a thigh if it's or dark meat period if it's like in something where you can't tell the light from the dark?
Yeah, that's the only time. Like, I eat some chicken pastry. I made chicken pastry. Like, I used to like boil a whole chicken and then bust it down.
Yeah.
And cut it all up. Then I eat it. Yes. But like otherwise, like just off the bone, hell no.
Yeah, that shit is slippery and brown and fuck thighs. We anti-thigh up this bitch.
Yeah, that's for the field. That's for the help. Y'all enjoy that. I'm gonna be in the house,
right?
Messing them eating this good white meat.
Yeah, I'm.
And what's wild about it is like
people who like dark meat. It's like vice versa. People who really like dark meat hate white meat because they say it's too dry.
Yeah, they don't know what they're talking about.
They need some class. Get some class dark meat eaters.
Yeah, y'all need to get out the field. Come on in this house and get some of this good breeze on the inside with Master and them. But like, it's weird though because I always thought like, why is white meat more expensive than dark meat?
Because people like chicken. Because people like, that's it. It's supply and demand. More people like white meat than dark meat, and like the wing is the most popular part of the chicken.
That's just weird though. Like, hey, you know what? Your hands not really worth as much as your fucking right butt cheek. Like what? It's all for me. Like it's all the same. It all comes. It all does the same shit.
You take care of them shits the same. Your butt cheek, that shit is trash. But give me a good hand.
More reserved. My butt cheek is more reserved than the hand. The hand has done some things.
The hand has done some things, but you sitting on the butt cheek all day, and so that shit flat. And then that shit got all types of shit going through it.
My butt ain't flat. I got a nice butt.
Ew, gross. Tell the fans how you love your butt. Oh shit.
How you love your
How
butt.
you love your butt. Like, I got a nice butt.
It's hairy though. My ass hairy.
Oh my gosh.
Mm-hmm.
Moving along to Harry, in the vein of not being hairy. So your man's Tory Lanez out here, with his new hairline and all types of confidence out here coming with this hairline. He done shot his shot at Taraji, and then he coming at the whole Dreamville, talking about he the best rapper out here.
Hey, he's smoking niggas though.
You think so?
Playing like,
you think so?
I mean, hell yeah, that nigga smoking niggas. I don't give a fuck. That nigga like that shit he had with Joyner Lucas. That nigga was getting like Joyner won the first round, but he won the second round and finished that shit to the point.
What about the
Don
Q shit?
You say what?
The Don Q shit?
He smoked Don Q.
You think so?
Hell yeah.
I will give it to Tory that he's better than I thought him to be. I don't really look at Tory like a rapper. But he's better than I thought he would be. But I feel like, in this whole dispute, you laugh, but I felt like Dream Doll got busy.
Oh no, Dream Doll shit was fire.
Dream Doll got busy. She said that nigga left the Beijing on her thigh.
I was happy. Like, that bitch made me want to like check her out. So, like, I didn't, but like, shit, I might just to see what she got going on, because that bitch was nasty. Whoever wrote that shit was nasty, and she came off with that.
Yeah, she did. That. She did. She really did. I was like, oh, Dream Doll kind of caught a body
and
out
I
here.
I hate that beat, and that's crazy because I hate that G-Unit beat. Like, I've always hated that fucking
really?
beat. Whoop your head, boy. I hate that fucking beat. Shit's so trash. I think I know the nigga that made it. I think it was the nigga from Raleigh that made it. Forgot that nigga name. Damn, what's that nigga name? Black Jeruz. A nigga named Black Jeruz from Raleigh. I think he made that beat. I hate that beat though. I always have. But she smoked it though.
Yeah, I feel like Dream Doll did her thing just because I just really wasn't expecting that. Like, so when I listened to the little clip, like I sent you the clip, and then after I listened to the clip, I went and listened to the full joint, and I was like, oh shit, like Dream Doll got busy, because I had like zero expectations for that. Like,
that shit was hard. That shit was hard.
Tory said he willing to go through the whole Dreamville till he get to the king, till he get to J. Cole. He out here saying that he the best rapper out here, blah, 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 blah. Which I feel like is kind of like I feel like, Soulja Boy and Tory is kind of out here filling, the troll lane for, Tekashi while he locked up. And they just saying shit. You feel like, Tory one of the best rappers?
Shit, ain't nobody told me he ain't. Like, the shit I heard, that nigga be rapping. Like,
I can't say he not a decent. I definitely think he's a decent rapper.
That nigga is above average. He's an excellent rapper. I ain't even gonna front. Like, I ain't even gonna hold niggas like that. Nigga he can rap. Like, what he did to that damn Don Q, because Don Q can rap, and like he went at two niggas that could really rap. Like, Joyner Lucas is a fucking lyricist. Yeah. And then Don Q, I enjoyed Don Q shit until, I mean, I still do. It's still hard, but like he just got smoked. Like, you can't go on the victory beat. And like, in this day and age, you got to be disrespectful. Like, it's not about like, it's about the truth telling. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to be, like, you got to bring shit to the light. Like, we need facts and shit. Like, it's cool with the similes and metaphors and shit and just showing that you can rap, but nah.
Yeah, you gotta come.
Be disrespectful.
You gotta hurt a nigga feelings. Yeah. You gotta make a nigga respond.
Tory got busy on that nigga.
Who, so like, out of the non-OGs, who is top 5 right now?
That's a great question. Cole, Kendrick.
Okay.
Drake. For me,
okay.
Top 3.
Okay. I'm with you. We together right now.
Yeah,
I know we about to differ right now.
And me personally, for rap, just rapping, Cole is heads and shoulders above the rest for me personally. Like, just because he just raps so much better than niggas. To me personally. Yeah. Let's see. That's a good question.
Who 4 or 5?
I don't know. I like Mozzie a lot. Like, I like Mozzie.
Yeah, you be caping for Mozzie.
That nigga can really rap, man. That nigga be spitting, man. He be saying some shit, like some real shit. Like, for the young niggas, I fuck with him a lot. Like, I really fuck with him.
And who else? Give us one more.
That's a good question, man. God damn.
You ain't giving it to you. I felt like I just knew you was gonna say your man's Nipsey.
Nipsey can really rap. I mean, I put him, but see, he been out for a minute. Like, he been out for so long, but I mean,
but he ain't an OG. So I would put Nipsey in the graduating class with like the Drakes and the Coles and the, you know what I'm saying,
I
as
put
far
him
as
up there.
generationally.
I round them out at 5. I mean, like, I put him at 4 really, and then like Mozzie come up with 5. I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody just because it was off the cuff. But yeah, I put Nipsey up there because nobody's album was better than him, and he be rapping like fuck too. You know what I'm saying? Like Nipsey nice as shit. So yeah, I put Nipsey in there. Yeah.
So I think we agree. I think we agree on 30, top 3.
32 or 33 and under type crowd.
I'm really thinking shit. Like 40 and under for real.
Oh, 40
under 40. Because all the OGs that I'm thinking about is 40 plus for the most part.
Well, I mean, Tip and Wayne's still in there then if we put it like that. Cause
but Tip like 39.
Tip is 35. He my age.
You sure?
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tip been out too long.
He's 36 at the most.
Right.
Because Wayne 35.
I guess I'm basing it more like on the time in which they came out.
Yeah, they've been out forever.
Yeah, so I put them in like OG lane.
Niggas in the past 10 years, I'll say. 10 years. The niggas in the past 10 years is definitely Drake, Cole, Kendrick, Nip, and yeah, I like Mozzie. I'm pretty sure I'm missing somebody, but Mozzie, like, out of the real new niggas, he my favorite. Like, that's my little nigga. That nigga be rapping like a motherfucker.
So my niggas is the same 3: Drake, Cole, Kendrick. I feel like they undeniable. Like, I don't see how anybody can like really have a case if they not in your top 5 of like that generation of niggas. And then, you know what I'm saying, my nigga Wale, that's 4 for me. You know what I mean? I know you don't fuck with Wale, but Wale is my nigga and Wale can fucking spit. And then it's a tie for me between Sean and Chance. And Sean had to grow on me to get in my top 5. But Sean is definitely Sean in my top 5.
Like, rapping wise, Sean nicer than I put Sean. Honestly, I put Sean before I put Kendrick.
Really?
Sean nicer than Kendrick with rapping. Like, so it depends on what we're talking about. Like, if we're just talking about like overall, like just bodies of work, but like as far as rapping goes, Big Sean is definitely like 1, 2, and 3 for me. Like between him, Drake, and Cole, like he's way better in my opinion. 'Cause like every time that nigga just nice as fuck to me. Like he's super nice. Like he nicer than fucking Kendrick to me. 'Cause Kendrick doesn't have like any crazy quotables. Like he can rap and he can make songs and shit, but like he got. Like, it was a song on Major Key on fucking Khaled album where Sean bodied that nigga. Like, he killed him. And everybody was saying how dope, like, Kendrick verse was. And I'm like, not really. Like, Sean killed that nigga. But that's just my personal opinion.
I think Sean got on my top 5, like, in the past 3-4 years, to be completely honest. Like, that Hall of Fame, all that wasn't really resonating to me. But... like, what was the joint he had? Dark Skies Paradise or something like that?
He smoked that. That shit was that's like
crazy.
That shit's like 7 years old, almost.
Okay, well, whenever that shit came out, I became a believer.
That's a good album. That's my favorite album he ever did.
Yeah, and he been spitting ever since then to me. Like, I never thought Sean was trash. Don't get it twisted. I never thought that. But for him to get on my top 5 list, I was like, yeah, that nigga go. But,
I get Freddie Gibbs. Freddie Gibbs my nigga too. I fuck with Freddie Gibbs a lot. He's really
I don't
dope.
know a lot of his work. I don't know a lot of his music.
He's super dope. Opinion. He got a lot of good music, and he can rap like a motherfucker too. I like niggas that can rap, man.
Yeah, I like niggas who can rap but can make good music. Like and I feel like Drake, Kendrick, Cole, all of them. I feel like the niggas that I've mentioned, like I feel like not only they can rap, they make good bodies of work. Like they make good music. Like it's not just rappity rap. Yeah, you can rap, but can you make a good song? Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I look for.
I think niggas be making. Freddie Gibbs make great music.
Well,
His last album wasn't my favorite, but he got some heaters in the stash. But Chance really ain't like Chance can rap, but he ain't like nice to me. Like he can make good music, but he's not like incredible. Like,
I really started fucking with Chance off the like Chance. I opened my eyes to Chance off the Kanye joint, the Ultra Light Beams.
Yeah, I mean, I enjoyed that last mixtape or whatever he did. That the shit that had You Don't Want No Problems With Me and all that shit. I enjoyed that, but like in terms of lyricism, I think I look at lyricism a little different than you do.
Yeah.
Because like I don't think Jay-Z gets the credit for being as lyrical as people think. Like I'll listen to Tidal got a playlist, Memphis Bleak got a playlist with mad Rockefeller shit. They played Dear Summer, man.
Nah.
That nigga, like, the lyrical dexterity that he has, like.
Listen, Jay is the GOAT. Like, Jay is different. Jay is a genius. Like, and I don't throw the word, I don't throw the word genius around like most motherfuckers throwing around genius. So Jay is a genius with the way that he used metaphors, double entendres, the way he flip words, the way he does that shit. Like, he on some other shit. Like, it's not that many Jays out here. You know what I mean? Like, even the niggas that we talking about, they still ain't Jay. Like like the Drakes, the Coles, the Kendricks, all them nice as fuck, but they still ain't Jay.
Kendrick, I mean, I put Cole in that elite class with like the Hoes, the Nas's, the M's. Like, I think out of the new niggas, he's the nicest by far. Like, he's the best lyrically and best rapper at all. Like, all the verses and shit that he had in 2018 were by far like, he destroyed the competition by far. Like, that's what set him apart from me, because like, he was smoking every goddamn thing that he was on. You know what I'm saying? Like, niggas were getting right, but he was like, he was taking that shit to a whole nother level. Like, and that's how like Hove used to do. Like, Hove used to like smoke niggas remixes and shit. You know what I mean? Nas too. Like Nas, that was really, Nas used to, I'm a super Nas fan. Like, Nas is one of my favorite rappers, but like Nas, his music may have suffered certain areas, but whenever he had features and shit, smoked the shit. Like, it was just, I don't know, certain things bring out like greatness in certain artists and shit. You know what I mean? So, he's one of those for me, but yeah.
Yeah. I think I always say that one of the reasons that I just love Hove is because when I tell you I've listened to every Hove album, song, whatever, a million times, but I can listen to 1,000,001 times and still hear something new.
Go listen to Dear Flip. Summer. Go to listen to Dear Summer.
I know Dear Summer. You know what I mean?
Just go
like,
listen
I
to
listen
it,
to Dear Summer. Dear Summer is, ain't nobody fucking with Hove. We can sit here and praise Hove all day long, because we definitely could. But moving on to Brown and Proud. Shout out to Drake for just random acts of kindness. He gave 2 McDonald's employees $10K each. I just thought that was dope. And I be trying to get on my random acts of kindness as well, in my price range.
Yeah, I'm gonna give a nigga $10.
Yeah, I mean, like, hey, in Atlanta, a nigga always begging, so you'll be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? Lady in the store, she couldn't pay for her shit. Like, that shit was in my price range, so I just paid for her shit. Like, I be trying to do my random acts of kindness, but that was dope. Drake for giving each of the McDonald's employees $10K. That was 2 employees. That was dope. Also,
I know the motherfuckers who called in that day mad at the motherfuckers.
Right, exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, I know they was like, yeah, that.
I could have been in there with God's plan. See, you fucked up God's plan.
But was it only 2 niggas working? I know. I'm like, damn.
How you
the
pick?
niggas in the back
because the
piss,
niggas in the back was gonna have to bust down. Like, nah, you gotta give me something, bro.
I'm gonna tell. Like, I'm rapping. Y'all niggas better give me a band or something. Band of peace.
That's funny.
I'm in here mopping these floors for y'all niggas. Got the wet floor sign out.
Facts. Shout out to the Warriors, the Golden State Warriors, just for going to visit Obama instead of Trump.
Yeah. And it came out recently too. I saw today or yesterday that Clemson, majority of the black players on Clemson didn't go. Like, so
shout out to them.
Obviously, nobody publicized that, but it was majority of the white folks in the coaching staff,
and a couple hungry ass black niggas.
Yeah,
that went. Look at you. And look, you went all that way for a McDouble. Dumbass.
Thousand Island dressing.
Right.
On a rag ass Big Mac. Probably ate some Wendy's chili and got a bone. Cut your mouth.
And B gonna make sure your motherfucking claim don't get paid because he a fucking
liability
hater.
Denied, nigga. You should have been watching what you eat. When last time you went to the dentist, nigga?
Oh man. And shout out to the DMV's own Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant always doing some dope shit. He opened up an after school program. He invested $10 million in the project to open up an after school program in PG County. So shout out to Kevin. You know what I'm saying? You don't see like Kevin doing a bunch of flashy shit. You know, he don't do shit like, I don't know.
Brush his hair.
Yeah.
He don't do shit like brush his hair.
Right. None of that shit. He just give back. So shout out to McPeasy with
PG County. That's what is that like where Forestville Mall is?
Yes, that's near like where my mom and them moved to.
Oh,
Right
shit.
there. My mom
Moving
and
on
them
up.
moved right over the line into PG.
That shit is
You know,
New
that's
DC
like-
though, right?
Yeah, it's like you can walk to DC from PG County. It's like,
But like
right
everybody
there.
from DC moved to PG County, right?
Yeah, or was forced out of DC and
Yeah,
forced to
that's-
move
that's
into
really what
PG
I
County.
meant.
Yeah. Gentrification is real, people.
Yeah,
But yeah,
for
that's
sure.
where, so it's
I was
like
looking at
DC Junior right there, PG County right
Yeah,
there.
Forestville Mall. Shout out my I think one of my homeboys' daddy uncle got a damn jewelry store. I don't know if he still got it in it, but he had like a jewelry store in Forestville Mall for mad long. I don't know
Oh,
if he still
word.
got it.
I wonder if it's yeah, cause they be trying to get over on people like shit, that jewelry store. I don't know if it's the same one, cause I feel
It's like
it's
close
some
to the entrance
middle,
and shit. Like it's right by the entrance or some
yeah,
shit.
right across from where they be selling the cookies and shit at.
That I'm not sure of. I only went to it twice.
Okay.
So I can't
but
remember.
the cookies, like the reason I mentioned the cookies, cause everybody who go to Forestville Mall, you said Forestville Mall or PG County?
Fosterville. What's the name
It's
of it?
Forestville.
Yeah.
So everybody who go to Forestville Mall know that like the cookies, if you go in that bitch, it's like this little bakery joint right there in the same entrance. It's a jewelry store across and it's the cookie store, but the smell is like overwhelming. So even if you ain't even want no cookies, you like, all right, let me get a couple of them joints. Don't say you ain't go to Forestville Mall and not get them cookies. But if that's B people that own that jewelry store that's right next to it.
It's actually Taraji's. So shout out to Taraji because she got a star on the Walk of Fame thing or whatever.
Yep, we shouted her out. Yep.
It's my best friend, family and shit. So they got like, cause you know Taraji from up there, so it's her uncle or some shit. I don't know, but yeah, it's all that wound up in one.
Yeah, but shout out to them. For just doing their thing and, you know, just being good black citizens, even if they're Canadian citizens, but good black citizens nonetheless. You ready to get into some shit?
Yeah, let's get it.
All right. Let's get into lit or shit. Lit or shit is our pop culture segment where we get into the shit that's on your timeline. What are you drinking, B?
Winter Wheat Blue Moon. And
Winter Wheat.
Spiced Abbey Ale. And it's got my stomach warm.
He into his,
when it's cold outside.
What do they call it when it's small batch beer? What do the hipsters call the beer? Like, when you can't get it everywhere.
Oh, craft.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He back on his craft. He back on his craft beer. I'm shocking y'all niggas today. I'm actually on 1800. Coconut 1800 with lemonade and lemon juice. I need to think of a name of that. What's the name of that gonna be?
Hangover.
Nah, that shit don't give you a hangover.
Headache.
We gonna call
mouthed-ness.
We gonna call it ain't shit juice. That's
Have something to eat before you go to bed in the Advil. That's what you should call that motherfucker.
Nah, I make it up real good. So try that. It's coconut 1800. If you drink flavored drink, some people don't like flavored alcohol, but if you drink coconut 1800 and lemonade and a squirt of lemon juice, it's great.
You know what I had over last week? I had some fucking Kettle One, which I enjoy Kettle One, y'all know.
Yep, Kettle Uno.
Have a cucumber and mint Kettle One. That shit tastes like you at the spa, but you like having a drink. This shit is
you at the spa with a drink. You drinking Kettle One with motherfucking cucumbers over your eyes and a motherfucking
that shit was fire, man. That shit tastes like this, like you about to get a massage and shit, but you won't. You just like about to having a drink. But they should sell that shit at the masseuse parlor. That should be hard. Like, hey, we got a shot of.
This nigga relaxed while he drinking and
mad relaxed. That shit was tasty. Like, I like cucumbers and shit. Like, I like cucumber water. So that shit was fire. Try that shit if you like cucumber water and shit.
He be getting that when he getting his nails done and shit. All right.
Know.
Fuck it. All right. Let's get with it. But put your cups up.
Yeah.
And we gotta get a lot of just fuck nigga behavior out of here, and fuck niggas come in all colors, shapes, and sizes, and genders. But let's start first and foremost with kind of one of the biggest things that's been going on in the news for the past couple of days, and that's Jussie Smollett from Empire was attacked, unfortunately, in Chicago.
And Mighty Ducks.
He was in Mighty Ducks.
Hell yeah.
I only saw like Mighty Ducks like once. I didn't know
What
that.
a weirdo.
Nigga, why would I keep watching Mighty Ducks?
Mighty Ducks?
Why
Nigga,
would
that
I
shit
keep
was
watching
fire.
Mighty Ducks?
Because it's a great movie. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
Yeah, I couldn't tell you a lot about Mighty Ducks. Sorry.
When jerseys came out and shit, I wanted one of them jerseys so bad. My
I
mom
do
ain't
know
want to
that.
get one.
I do know Mighty Ducks. But I definitely didn't know that he was in that. So I need to go back and recap that. But Jussie Smollett was in Chicago Tuesday morning around 2 a.m. leaving the subway, and what they're calling a hate crime.
Shouldn't eat Subway anyway. Go ahead.
Yeah, facts. He was attacked by two men who were yelling out racial and homophobic slurs. They called him that empire faggot. They were wearing all black, allegedly. They called them racial slurs such as nigga, etc. You know, they normal go-tos. And then they proceeded to beat him and pour a chemical on Jussie that it's been reported to maybe being bleach, and put a noose around that man's neck. They also yelled MAGA country before fleeing the scene. With all of this going on, Jussie took himself to Northwestern Hospital, and fortunately, you know, he's in good condition. But you know, with all of this going on, it's been a lot of support from, I've actually been very proud of the support that he has been given from everyone kind of in Hollywood and shit, because he kind of seems like I don't know him, but he gives off like good guy vibes. You know what I'm saying? He seems like a good guy. You know what I'm saying? Not that any of this should happen to anybody, but you know, it's kind of extra when it comes to a person that you feel like is kind of like a good person or whatever. So the T is for those people who on the opposite side of what's went on. They're alluding that Jussie was not out at Subway, that Jussie was actually out looking for some action and got caught up in a bad situation. What you think about what you think about that? And that he may be making up and like alluding to maybe he's making up some of this shit.
So he just made that shit up. I just seen that they got cameras and shit now.
Yeah. Some shit came out. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think that'll be, I don't really know what to think of it. I mean, I didn't hear that last part that you said. So otherwise I was on some fuck them type shit, beat the fuck out of them. Hope they rot in hell, all that shit, jail, all that shit. Hate crimes, obviously.
Yeah.
But if he was bullshitting, then that sucks.
Yeah,
like,
I said,
I don't think that. I ain't gonna say that. That shit's stupid. Motherfuckers is trying to spin that shit. That's like damage control of some sort.
I think that, you know, like I said, I don't know him, but he don't seem like the type of nigga who will put all that sauce on some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, even if he was out, you know what I'm saying, looking for some action or whatever, like, I don't feel like he'll put all that sauce on it. You know what I mean? And I feel like, you know, it's I personally feel like it's the MAGA thing. That's niggas is trying, and when I say niggas, I'm talking about general niggas, not black niggas. I feel like niggas is trying to spin that shit so it don't look like a hate crime. And I feel like the only reason they go on this route is because he's a gay man. Like, so I feel like if he was a straight man, this wouldn't be the narrative. They wouldn't be like, oh, he was out looking. I mean, he's a star. Like, first of all, it ain't hard to get dick out here. You know what I mean? So like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't feel like even if he was out here just looking for some action, like, he gotta go that route to look for some action.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure plenty of niggas that'll try to throw him some ass.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
He's a star.
I think that it's the MAGA twist, and I feel like it's the whole racially motivated thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think they would care as much if it was just the narrative was a gay man got beat up. But the fact that a gay black man got beat up and saying that, you know, it has some Make America Great Again supporter implications Applications. Jeez, that was hard to get out. That was wow.
Cool. It's 1800.
Yeah. Right. I think that's the others trying to spin this because they're like possibly a hate crime. Like we got faggot, we got nigga, and we got a noose. Like what else you need? Like
sounds like a hate crime times 3 to me.
Exactly.
That's a trifecta.
Exactly. And I think that's, just sheds more light on what it's like to be a part of so many classes. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like you're a black man, but on top of that, you're a black gay man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
So you catching it from all sides, but you know what I'm saying? I just want to say, I hope the video leaks or they put out the video or whatever. I just don't feel like he the type that seeks publicity or anything like that. So I don't think that, me personally, I don't think that, he will put all that sauce on it. And I hope that, the homophobes and the racists that were involved in this, get what they have coming to them.
Facts.
Like seriously. Jussie Smollett, I mean, it's probably, unanimous, but Jussie Smollett in his incident, leadership.
Shit.
Yeah, that's straight shit. And, I just don't get just in general about going out and attacking people that's minding their own fucking business.
This shit is so wild. Like motherfuckers be saying how far we have come. That shit it's the same. It's just different. It's just different. It's just a different time, but it just comes in different forms. It's just a little bit more covert. In some cases,
it's back to being overt now.
Yeah, I mean, it's in different forms and varieties now. Like, it just comes in different waves. And like, I think we get rocked to sleep because of certain things. But man, I literally was just having this conversation today with my white guy at work who's really cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's more of an ally than anything. Like, he's actually a friend of mine. I consider him a friend. Mm-hmm. But it's literally, we've only been free. We've been black people since 1964, like on paper, literally. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So like, that shit. Yeah. We've been in bondage way longer than we haven't, right? So, and it's still, and it's, I guess it's hard for them to adjust as well as it is for us to adjust, right? So like, so they're still, you still understanding like 50 some odd years ago, we couldn't vote, right? Or we couldn't have we didn't have the same rights as they did. So my mama's 60 something, you know what I'm saying? So like, that shit is within our lifetime. A generation is 25 years, you know what I mean? Okay. So like, that shit is deep seated, man. That shit ain't going nowhere, no time soon. It's different. It'll expand itself and contract certain times, you know what I mean? But that shit here to stay, Jack, and that's for sure. Like, we're always gonna be considered second class citizens in their fucking eyes, in a lot of these fuckers' eyes. But they on the way out, man. In fucking 100 years, everybody's gonna be black. Yeah. Or have some type of color.
And that's what they hate. That's what they hate. And they saying like by 2040 or something like that, like, Caucasians will be the minority. Yep. You know what I'm saying?
Or the dominant gene. Dominant species.
Yeah, and it'll be Mexicans. That's why they're going so hard at the Mexicans. Yep. So there will be more Mexicans than there will be black people. But at the end of the day, it's all going to be a bunch of brown people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Your grandkids is brown. You know what I mean? Like, everybody is brown. You know what I'm saying? And they hate that. But my whole thing about it is, nigga, you probably these true racists, you gonna be dead by then. Like, what the fuck do you fucking care? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, the only thing I give Trump props for is exposing us to how it really is. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's it.
I definitely appreciate the veil that he's uncloaked from these motherfuckers and having them back on their shit. I appreciate it. Yeah. But hey, you motherfuckers run up on me or mine, I'm gonna beat your goddamn ass. Tell you that now.
Facts. No, that's facts. Like,
that's for sure.
It's so funny because so white people are so funny to me. Like, they really feel like, I don't know. It seems like they have the most audacity and gall, and they are like the weakest motherfuckers. Like I'm watching a video of this white man hopping on the hood of this guy's car. Like they think and riding down the street, like trying to stop the dude. Like you hopped on this man's car. Like you think that your privilege is going to combat cars, bullets, and ass whoopings. Yeah. When you always see them breaking bad and getting their ass whooped.
Always.
Like they really have no thought of like what happens next.
And this is all racist white people. These are the white fucking pieces of shit. You good white folks and allies, this doesn't pertain to you.
Listen, like I always say on here, if you getting offended, it's because we talking about you.
For sure.
Because you're not going to get offended. A hit dog ain't going to holler.
Man, I told a white man that worked the other day when the Jussie Smollett news came out and shit, and I heard about the new shit. Because it was funny because I had just was listening to the Van podcast and shit. He had like a whole little soliloquy about the whole shit or whatever. And he said, that's when I found out there was a fucking noose. I didn't read like the articles and shit.
Yeah.
And I just turned out my white dude. I was like, you hear what happened to Jussie? He was like, you hear what happened to Jussie Smollett? I was like, man, you fucking white people are like, you are the fucking most wicked people on this fucking earth.
You,
like, you are
the
brink of fucking destruction. Like since the beginning of fucking time. He was like, you're right. I was like, God damn it, man. Like,
they be feeling bad. Like the
throwing
good
bleach
ones
on
be
motherfuckers
feeling bad.
and putting nooses on motherfuckers' necks in 19.
To do
He's
what,
like, in
though?
Chicago, too, at that. Like,
in Chicago and Chief Keef country.
Right. Niggas, it was too cold. Niggas went out there. Bang, bang. Niggas went out there bang, banging.
Hey, them niggas probably definitely did jump Jussie in some fucking shorts and a coat.
Yeah, them niggas don't wear no clothes.
Hey.
Them niggas do not wear no clothes, boy.
In the same vein of racial things that are going on. So your man, Cannon's class, Nick Cannon.
Shit was fire.
Yeah, he did another Cannon's class. And that's only on YouTube, right? It's only on YouTube? Because I was trying to find it on Spotify and Apple Podcast and all of that.
No.
But I can't find it. So it's only a YouTube thing. So he definitely need to translate that over as well into audio only. But Nick Cannon invited
But you can listen to it without just put your phone down.
First of all, video drains your phone. Second of all, if something happens, then it busts up the video. So, it's just, I don't know. I just rather just listen because that way I'm in my car and all that shit. But anyway,
that shit was good.
Yeah. So Nick Cannon invited Rizza Islam to his newest episode of Cannon Class, and he talked. One of the things they discussed was that the Nation of Islam and the black community in America talking about interracial dating or whatever, or why Louis Farrakhan's teaching frowns upon interracial couples, etc. And Rizza explains how only a black woman can truly manifest a black man, and then and he went in depth on that. And then Nick Cannon comes like Nick Cannon does, especially in recent history, with the hot take. You know what I'm saying? And Nick Cannon said that white women are looked at as success. In America, we see white women. I couldn't have you. My daddy couldn't have you. My granddaddy couldn't have you. I would get killed just for looking at you. So now I play for the NBA. I want them all. And that's what set the internet ablaze, really. And Rizza, of course, went into explaining to Nick why that was a crock of shit, right? So, I honestly I felt like I didn't know that this was still a thing, right? So I knew older school celebrities and shit like that. I definitely felt like they view white women as such.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But currently I felt like it was more so the exotic bitch. You know what I'm saying? Black and something else. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Or something else, but she looks like black. Now, don't get it twisted. I don't think straight up black women is what's up to wealthy men just from perception of what's going on, unless she is a black woman, but she still has these exotic looking qualities to her. But being a black man, do you feel like that's still the general consensus, or what do you think about that?
Let me just say this. First and foremost, love who the fuck you want to love. All right. So like me personally, I love black women. Right. So like I personally, like for me, like, I mean, I've had sex with white women. I've never really dated one just because of the fact that we couldn't really, you know what I mean? Like it was just voids, right? Like just certain things. Like it was just, I couldn't grasp. Like a black woman digs me. They get me. They understand like the plight and the swag and everything, like the good and the bad of being black. And it just works for me. Right. But like, if you want to be with a white woman, or if you want to be with somebody or whoever, like you may have tried dating several black people, right? Like you may have been dating black men or black women all your life, and all them shits failed, right? And then white lady comes on, Mexican lady comes along, Chinese lady comes along, she digs you, she's for you, right? She's your other half. And that person makes you better, and that person makes you love them, and they love you equally, and it's a good relationship. Love them, right? Fuck anybody's critique or their criticism or whatever. I believe in loving and that goes with any goddamn thing, be it man, woman, man, whatever. Like I don't give a fuck how you love, as long as y'all shit ain't infringing upon my life. I don't give a shit. Right. So, but for me, again, like I said, just black women is my cup of tea.
But do you feel like black successful men tend to lean in this direction? Not because they just loving who they love, but based on what Nick Cannon is saying, that they are a symbol of success. It's like that Bentley, it's like that Rolex, it's like that Rolls Royce is a white woman. Cause when I think about like I think of that as like an old school notion. Like I think of like the Michael Jordans and the Scottie Pippens and the Tiger Woods and all of that. And I definitely 100%, I believe that that's why they went that way. You know what I mean? Like I definitely believe that. You know what I'm saying? Like Michael Jordan had a black woman. I felt like he felt like white woman is like, this is how you made it. I don't know. I ain't in Michael head, but that's how I feel. You know what I'm saying with that. Right. But I don't necessarily know if black men today, you know what I'm saying, do they still feel like white women, not all of these other brown women, but white women in particular, and not you, I'm just saying in general.
I don't think so. I mean, I don't think so. I mean, I don't really see, I mean, like the older, the 50s and the 60 plus year olds and shit. Yeah. But like, I mean, if you look at a lot of like, I mean, now you see niggas' wives and their old ladies a little bit more often now, right? Right, Instagram and photos and shit like that. But like, I mean, I think it's probably 60%, 60 to 70% that are still like, you know, keeping with black women and shit. Like, you know what I mean? Like I guess you can kind of tell like especially in the NFL and shit, but like.
I think athletes are definitely more prone to white women than, like so entertainers too. Or other, black men who are successful by other means.
Like as far as rappers and shit go, them niggas is fucking, you know, I mean.
Black women and the Kardashians, exotic women. So like black and like Blasians is popping right now.
Like them type
Blasians
shit.
are popping. White girls that have transformed themselves to look like black girls where you didn't even know that she was just straight white, like the Dolazols of the
But I think like for athletes and shit, and again, this goes back to my whole like black students going to black colleges and then expanding to black colleges, but it stems because you take fucking black children and take them to these prestigious white universities where they're the minority even more so than they were in high school.
And you got
even in a lot of cases, a lot of high schools, because a lot of, you know, kids go to black.
That's true.
You know, like in metro areas, like they'll usually go to black schools, right? So like they'll go to these campuses and shit, and then they, you know, white folks, not for nothing, like white women are like super accommodating, right?
Yeah,
sucking
they
your dick and all
you
that,
down
doing all
on
that shit.
Slob down on
giving
deck.
you mad bread, you know what I mean? Like they're doing all type of shit for you where it, like you're a product of your environment, some of your experiences, right? So like the vast majority of, like you go to UNC, they're going to have a black chapter, but it's not like the majority of the blackness on UNC's campus or Duke's campus or all these prestigious universities, I put prestigious in quotes, are the predominantly the black are just the athletes, right? Like it's not a whole lot of scholars there, unfortunately. You know what I mean? In terms of that, like you might have a few, But if it's black girls going there, they probably play volleyball or some shit, you know what I'm saying, or basketball or some shit like that. So you're just exposure wise, you're more game to go with white women. So I think that's just kind of like a different type of indoctrination. You know what I mean?
Do you feel like the exotic girl is the new white girl?
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Why you think so, I'm kind of on the fence with this subject matter because I do feel like as far as who we see. Have you ever dated a white person? Never.
Yeah.
And I did have sex with a white person on my bucket list just because I've never done it, but I can't do it. And the thing about it, it's not a prejudice thing. It's just a preference thing. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just a lot of things that what makes you attracted to someone, right? Yeah, and you can't really, it's kind of what you said, like you don't know the swag. You don't know. If I gotta explain shit to you all the time, that's gonna turn me off. You know what I'm saying? If you don't understand what's going on, like, that's gonna turn me off. You know what I'm saying? But, I'm not saying that it ain't, been some, attractive ass white people, out here. You know what I'm saying? But then, like, when it comes to like the end of the day and you come home and you tired and you whatever, because you've been code switching all day. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I come home and I want to rest. Like, one of the things that I feel like I carry on myself, and I feel like a lot of black people carry this burden on themselves. Like, we feel like we have to represent for black people. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? So when we fuck up, that means they just base their opinion on something that I did on all black people. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Sure. So I feel like, you know what I'm saying, that I don't want to go to work and code switch all day and then have to come home and still code switch. I
don't think you'll have to code switch at all. If I'm with you as a white woman, I'm definitely not like you gonna have the nigga at home. Like, I couldn't, if I was in a relationship with a white person, I'm not code switching. Like, I'm gonna, like, the dial is completely off when I get to the crib. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, so then that's gonna take like a special white person to
not really, because I'm gonna be myself. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna be myself. Like, if I'm in a relationship with somebody, I'm gonna be myself. Like, in terms of fucking, like, right, in a romantic relationship with somebody, right, I have to be myself. I can't, like, walk around.
And that's what I'm saying. That's what I personally feel like I wouldn't be able to be myself.
I think you would.
I don't think that I would, because
I would want her to be herself. Like, I don't want her to, like, if I was with a white person and shit, I wouldn't want her to be like black. Like, I don't want her to be like a wigger and shit. Like, I don't want her to, like, be all hood and shit. Like, I want her to be herself. Now, she can listen to rap music, she can enjoy it, she can, or just be like a part of the culture. Like, it's plenty of white people that
I would definitely have to have, if I did go that route, they would definitely have to have, like, a lot of sauce.
Yeah, they
like a lot of sauce. And I'm not saying like you trying to be black, but it would probably have to be someone who just happens to be white. I ain't gonna lie. Like
light skin. This little light skinned white motherfucker.
like you just happen to be white. But I still want them to be
themselves. Like, I don't want them to act overly black and try to, like, you know what I mean? But, like, just naturally want to wear sneakers or some shit, or just naturally, like, listen to, you know what I'm saying? Like, they just normally, like, it's a lot of white people like that. You know what I'm saying? That just enjoy black culture. You know what I mean? But
we're going to talk about that later. We're going to talk about that later in regards to appropriation, because I'm glad you said that. Yeah. Because, you know, that's, and we'll talk about it later, but that's where I want to get into that conversation of appropriation versus appreciation. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, if you're of the culture, are you really appropriating? You know what I'm saying? But
not at all.
We can talk about that later. But, you know, like I said, if I fuck with somebody, cause I am confused by white people on a daily basis. When I tell you I hit someone on a daily basis about shit white people do on a daily basis. Nigga is in my vocabulary. You know what I mean? Everything is a nigga. I call everybody niggas. You can't call everybody niggas. And if we have children, you definitely can't call our children niggas, cause I'm definitely gonna call our children niggas. So, you know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's certain things. If I'm with a white person,
they're gonna know not to. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're not even gonna, like, they just know their place. And not saying their place, but it's certain boundaries that you have to come along, that come along with being black and being with a black person.
Yeah. I feel you on that. Yeah, I just don't, like I said, yo, if y'all see me post on the gram and I got a new vanilla thing next to me, just know that some shit happened. I probably drank the tea on Get Out or some shit, but you know, I'm not anti, I'm just not looking for it like at all. You know what I mean? Like I'm not looking for it, you know. Listen, I love everything about blackness. I love it. Like I love it. Like I thank God, like when I be saying some shit, I be like, thank you God for making me black. Like we had a lot of struggle, but we got a lot of strength. You know what I'm saying? And we got a lot of swag and we just got a lot of shit that come naturally to us. That motherfuckers going to classes and shit to get. Motherfuckers changing their bodies to get. You know what I mean? Like, and if we just born with that shit is dope. I don't think it's another culture in the world. And yes, I could be biased because I am black, but I don't feel like there's another culture in the world that receives as much admiration and hate at the same time. Now that I'm thinking about this.
It's the strangest thing in the world.
Ain't
man.
it? Yeah.
It's like a complete dichotomy. Like being a black person is like you're revered. You're revered.
You're looked down upon at the same time.
Yeah,
the same nigga that's hitting the shoot dance at the meeting is calling black people niggas. Like, how are you doing that?
But niggas been doing that shit forever. Niggas been, you know what I'm saying? Like Chuck Berry and shit. They created rock and roll. They you know what I mean? They just been. It's the strangest thing in the world being a black person. I was explaining, this shit is crazy because like I was explaining all this shit today to one of my white homeboys and shit. And I was like, man, you just don't know like what it is to be black. Like when you fucking have to explain like rules and regulations to your child about being, you know, police safety. Not like what they do in their job is to protect and serve. No, this when we get pulled over, you got them, you know what I mean? Like you'll never, that's what being black is in a nutshell. Like certain things that you have to explain that you never even just are unconscious about. But we have to be conscious about it. Like, I don't even be doing shit and the police get behind me. I'm nervous as fuck. Like, everything good. License A1. Got them tags A1. You know what I'm saying? I ain't doing shit. I ain't got shit on me. I ain't doing nothing. I know I won't speed, but it might be my day. You know what I'm saying? Like, my number might be called. And that's just like, that is the anxiety and the angst and the plight of a black man or a black person in this country that we call America. But at the same time, like, I wouldn't want to live nowhere else. You know what I'm saying? Like, like, I mean, I've been not all over the world, but I've been to certain, you know, different parts of the world and shit. But like, and again, it might just be because I'm accustomed to it and this is what I'm used to. So like, you know, I mean, it's all relative in terms of that. But I mean, I love America for the things that it does afford, like the promise of America that it actually, that our found forefathers basically broke their backs for. Like, I appreciate that because a lot of the liberties and the things that we're afforded is because of the hard work of our
forefathers.
Forefathers and, you know, not the white ones.
No.
But and even in that, there was some, I would imagine it couldn't be just, all of them motherfuckers were pieces of shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm out of, you know, obviously bad apples ruin batches and shit, but I'm pretty sure back in those days, it was people that won't, I mean, of course it was abolitionists. There's always been people on the side of right. It's just, you gotta, you know, in terms of white people, you just gotta be, you know, determine what side of you or the fence you want to play.
No, I'm 100% with you.
Last thing on that, Meek Mill, I was listening to the Breakfast Club this morning and shit, and they had the dude who owns the 76ers who was instrumental in helping get Meek Mill out and shit, and Charlamagne was like, had you ever thought about that shit before? And he was like, nah, I hadn't until I met this dude. You know what I'm saying? It's all about conversation. My point is like, to communication, because at the end of the day, yes, we're extremely different, right? We have polar opposites, but at the same time, it's just like the comparison and contrast thing that we used to do in high school and in middle school, like where you draw the two fucking circles and then they interlock and then you write the things that are in common, right? We all have commonalities because we're all fucking humans, right? So any human you can find, it's gonna be some shit that we like, you know what I mean? So, like after him talking to Meek and getting to know Meek and seeing that Meek was just actually a cool person and they have totally very different, you know, backgrounds, he realized like that motherfucker shouldn't be in jail. And he, you know, pulled strings to do that. And now they've, you know, pledged $50 million for reform and all that shit, which I think is just. And like Jay said, it's a lot of people in jail that deserve to be in jail. We're not discounting that. black, white, or otherwise.
Yeah.
But if a lot of this shit is hyperbolized, it's exaggerated to the point where it shouldn't be, because Meek Mill's been on fucking probation since he was fucking 18. The man is 30 fucking 2. Like, god damn it. You know what I'm saying?
And jail is a business.
Yeah.
Jail is a business. The whole legal system is a business. You know what I'm saying? Like, all these things are put in place. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, if I'm caught speeding and you give me a ticket, that don't negate the fact that I was, you know what I mean? That don't stop me from speeding.
Yeah.
That's so I can make money on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, just being in DC, you know what I'm saying? Like, they got cameras everywhere. So it could be cha-ching, 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 cha-ching. Yeah.
Them shits are like on the day. Like, if you've been to DC and like haven't gotten a ticket, God bless you, because it's damn near impossible. Because them shits, the fucking stoplights are like, them shits is like 6 feet off the ground and shit. Like, I was looking at shit, like, because I'm so used to them hanging. Them shits was on the damn street corner. Shit. I thought, these motherfuckers trying to set me up, you son of bitches.
Yeah, yeah, and that's why they have to do away with the whole like bail system. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta pay you to get out of jail, or I can sit in jail, you know what I'm saying, and wait if I don't have that type, you know what I mean? If I don't have that type of money. Like, the whole, like, reform is a must. And I know that they said that, you know, they're focusing on like probation and laws regarding probation, like right now. And then hopefully, you know, it expands, but the whole prison system just needs to be reformed. And then also on top of that, like, I watched this weekend on Sunday. I didn't do shit. Well, I did do some shit around my house. I do want to give myself props around that, but I didn't leave the house. But I watched, this documentary called Unseen. And I don't know if you remember it, but it was like a couple years back, and they found like 11 decaying bodies in this dude's house in Cleveland. And they thought that it was the sausage factory that was like next door. They thought, so like the food inspectors and shit came in. It was just like, you gotta do this, this and that because of this smell, right? But it just so happens that it was the dude next door. He had a house next door. He was a black dude. That's what make it extra crazy. And he was out here, killing prostitutes and crackheads.
Was that what that little girl came out of?
No, I know what you're talking about. The sad part about it is, it's mad stories with mad niggas keeping mad bitches in their crib. Like, it's some sickness out here. But no,
like
not that.
Niggas are just people. Like men.
Men.
Okay.
Men. I was actually surprised that, cause I looked at the, I saw it come across like my feed or whatever, on, Amazon Prime. And, I was like, oh, what's this about? But then when they got into the story, I remembered the story from a couple years ago, cause the sausage factory is what jogged my mind, because they thought it was the sausage factory, but it was this black guy, and he went to jail for 15 years, for beating and raping this woman and trying to kill her. Mm. And then he went to jail for 15 years, and they let him out, and they rated him like low risk. But he didn't do like any type of reformatory things in jail. He just did his 15 years. You know what I'm saying? And basically didn't get in like no trouble. So he got out, but then he got out, and then he raped and killed. He tried, like, it was mad women that he tried to rape and kill, or he did rape, but he didn't kill them. But there was 11 in the house that was decaying and dead. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And, you know, it saddened me, one, because, you know, didn't nobody check in on this nigga. So, like, y'all got like niggas like Meek Mill who fucking popping willies and going back to jail. But then y'all got this nigga out here that's actually doing the same shit on a higher level, and nobody checking in on him. Nobody, you know what I'm saying, like, doing their due diligence on this dude. And like, what made it extra sad to me is because, like, these women are basically invisible to society. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It was mad women that went to the police and told on this dude, like, yo, this dude tried to kill me, and they escaped. One bitch jumped out the window. You know what I'm saying? And everything went to the police, but because she was black, because she was a black woman, and because she was a drug addict, they didn't do shit about it. So they could have saved at least 11 plus women's lives prior to that, you know what I'm saying? And what make it, you know, extra bad because it was a store, and it was like a Middle Eastern dude that run like the corner store and shit like that. And he was like, I'm saying this on camera. I wish it was more. His name was Anthony Sewell or something like that. He was like, I wish it was more Anthony Sewells because he cleaned up the garbage. So they think of black women addicts as just like garbage. Like that hit me hard. Like I was like, damn, like that's the society that we living in, yo. You know what I'm saying? But
shit crazy, man.
You know what I'm saying?
That
like they
blows.
just not focusing on the shit. They focusing on the niggas who got caught selling nickel bags and shit. You know what I mean? When they should be focused on like these violent offenders and things like that. But anyway, this bringing me down. But you know, Nick Cannon's opinion on women, yeah. Right? That's how far we went with that. Nick Cannon's opinion is litter shit.
It's lit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
If you want to, love who you want to love. You want a white woman, white, get them.
I agree with you on love who you want to love, but as far as white women being symbols of success, I think that's totally trash. Like, and I think that did you look at the actual clip, the whole thing? I looked at about 10 minutes of it. Where RZA like explained,
like it fizzled out to be just he wants to love who he wants to love. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that particular segment was like 18 minutes long and shit.
Yeah.
It fizzled out with him essentially just wanting to love who he wants to love.
I think it's definitely. I think you should definitely love whoever you want to love. You know what I'm saying? I 100% believe in that 100%. But if you're seeking out a certain person, regardless, you know what I mean, or what it is, you could be a Kardashian seeking out a black man just because he's black. You know what I mean? Like, I think that's trash. If you're seeking out a person because you think they make you look better or more accomplished, like in the eyes of society, like I think that. And I feel like I don't know, I think you look, no matter even if you are falling in love with a white woman because she's just a good white woman to you, I don't feel like black people is looking at you like, oh, that nigga made it. Mm-hmm. And maybe it's for acceptance, i.e. like a Kanye, so you can get acceptance in the eyes of white people.
Right.
That's the spin on it. You know what I'm saying? Who is this a symbol of success for? You know what I'm saying? Because you want the buy-in for other white people. But definitely 100%, if you love Amy, love Amy. You know what I'm saying? If you love Todd, love Todd. But if you're seeking that to prove your worth, you need to do some more digging, man. You need to do some more digging. Speaking of Nick Cannon though, so Nick Cannon is currently filling in for Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams has been taking a break from her daytime talk show, the Wendy Show, and she's reporting that it's due to complications with her Graves' disease and a fractured shoulder. However, the tea is coming from her mama-in-law. And her mama-in-law, which is her husband Kevin's mother, is saying that Wendy is getting abused by Kevin. Her mother's name is Pearlette. You know that's an OG name. Pearlette Hunter claims that Kevin has been abusing Wendy. She said, I saw Kevin choking Wendy out. I've also seen Kevin kicking these are her words, kicking the shit out of her and pushing her down the stairs. Now, everybody has been speculating with Wendy about what's going on and with this abuse allegations. And, you know, we saw, Wendy pass out like last year sometimes, and she keep blaming it on like the Graves' disease. I really thought it was due to drugs or something else like that. You know what I'm saying? But, what you think about that, T? What you think about the whole Wendy thing and the mama-in-law basically saying my son ain't shit?
Domestic violence is trash. Like, that shit is garbage. If you got to be with somebody, put your hands on them. You don't need to be with that person flat out. Like, I'm not a proponent of that shit. I couldn't live in a house of upheaval and motherfuckers fighting and shit all the time. I couldn't do it. I'd kill you.
Yeah.
I can't live. Like, I couldn't be with a motherfucker that I have to like
argue with every day. Not even like no physical abuse.
That, like, you can never rest. Like, cause motherfucker could beat your ass while you sleep. I could never.
And I know motherfuckers who got their ass beaten, they sleep too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can't do that. fucking, nah. I don't know. I mean, cause that shit just, like, that shit is just, that, it bleeds off into other parts of your life. Your kids see that shit and realize that shit or hear that shit, and they grow up and beat the fuck out of somebody. And then
right, it creates a cycle.
Yeah, and then my little girl gonna fuck around and marry your son or some shit, and he be beating the fuck out of her, and then I gotta kill you and shit. It's just too much. You know what I'm saying?
You right about that.
Like, for real, man, that shit, you gotta think about shit like that. Like, these motherfuckers is like people be dealing with some whole live real shit. Like, my kids, thankfully, well, I pray to God never seeing these fuck shit like that. But then you never know who the fuck they gonna meet. You know what I'm saying? Nigga my sons might meet a girl that
beat their ass, or
not beat their ass, but like always wanting to fight and just real confrontational because that's all she's seen growing up. So she don't know how to love without thinking that nigga's supposed to hit her.
And there are, the thing about it is, there are men who be getting their ass beat. And when I say getting their ass beat, it's not necessarily because they can't win the fight. It's just because they've been taught differently. And these, you know, it's women who take advantage of that. When I say I know motherfuckers.
Shit and all that shit. Fuck that.
I know of a relationship where the girl asked a friend of mine, why don't you hit me? Mm-hmm. Like, that's parents. It's a cycle. It's a cycle.
I know exactly. I know several girls that are like, yo, hit me, nigga. Nah, fuck. Like, want to fight? So I'm like, bitch, I ain't got time. Like, I want to love you. If I can. Only time I'm trying to touch you is if I'm having sex with you or kissing you or rubbing you and being affectionate. My affection does not, I don't want my hands swollen on the strength of you. Fuck that shit.
Right. And then you also don't want, you know, I know something that happened recently, but, where, you know, you get so mad you can't hit her and then you hit a wall or a counter or some shit like that. Then your shit's swollen. I was like, and what did that do for you? Like, it was like, you know, I had to hit it instead of hitting her. I was like, ain't no way I'm hurting myself because I don't want to hurt you.
Right.
Like, I'll walk away. You know what I'm saying? But like, I'm not being swollen because I'm that fucking angry. But I think it's very interesting only because Wendy Williams makes her living by talking shit about people. Oh, and we know, we've been knowing her house has been in shambles for years. Mm-hmm. And she keep making excuses for that. So I don't think this domestic violence shit is way off. And Wendy seems like a prime candidate for that. Cause she has so much shit to talk about other people. She just seemed like the type that has a glass house. You know what I'm saying?
Clean around your own front door.
Sing it, B. Sing it.
Good old Negro spiritual for you.
And I think Nick is a good filler inner person because he's Nick be coming with the hot takes and the tea.
Nick is a beast. Like, let's just say what it is. Like, he's just a fucking monster. Like, that nigga is a multimedia fucking monster. And I appreciate that shit. Nick Cannon is black excellence. I don't fuck what you heard. Like, that nigga is multi-talented. He's a comedian, not really, but he like, he knows what's funny. Like, not necessarily for himself, but like, just wilding out as
he has an eye.
Yeah, like, he has an eye for talent like no other. And that nigga is just like a mainstay in the culture. And you gotta appreciate that shit.
And he always got a fucking job. I feel like Nick is like the most lit corny nigga ever. Him and Drake
by far.
But you know what I mean? Like, Nick is one of them niggas that like
he I don't
keep
even know
a
if he's
job.
Corny though. Like, I guess he is kind of lame, but like.
But he got good take, and he got, like I said, I put him in like the same category with like Drake, you know what I'm saying? Because the thing about Nick and Drake, they always gonna have a badass bitch. They always gonna have money. Will Smith. You right.
Will Smith corny as hell.
Yeah, I give that. You know what I mean? Like, but they always gonna have their shit together where you can't like kind of deny them. You know what I'm saying?
Just Nick be making moves despite their lameness. Imagine if them niggas was cool. Them niggas would be goddamn
superheroes and shit.
For sure.
Oh man. So Wendy Williams, I don't know how to phrase this, but Wendy Williams' situation and her taking a break from the show.
Getting her ass beat. That little shit.
It's little shit.
That shit.
Yeah, that shit, because I feel like shouldn't nobody be putting their hands on nobody. But Wendy, you know what I'm saying? Sing the song, B. Sweep around your
own front door. I don't think that's how it goes, but
that's the way we making this shit. So Terry Crews versus D.L. Hughley.
Oh my God.
Yeah, let's get into this. I want to get into this. Yes, we do. Because I need to talk to you personally about this shit. So Terry Crews is coming for all the celebrities who mocked him in regards to his sexual assault. He's coming at everybody from D.L. Hughley to 50 to others. As y'all remember, last year, D.L. appeared on, Vlad TV, and he said that, he couldn't believe that Terry Crews had all those muscles and couldn't tell his abuser no. Terry tweeted, recently and said, "You told the world God gave me muscles so I couldn't say no. Are you implying that I wanted to be sexually assaulted? I'm listening, sir." DL responded and said, and this is, via Twitter. This is how fights are these days, social media. But it says, DL responded and he said, "You saw the video." Terry Crews responded, "Sir, you said I should have pushed him back or restrained him. I did all those things, but you act like I didn't. Were you there?" And DL didn't back off. You know what I'm saying? He said that's different than slapping the shit out of him.
For sure.
Give your thoughts on that.
That was my point then. Like, my point hasn't wavered. Like, you should have beat the fuck out of him, you big ass nigga. I'd have threw that nigga in the goddamn trash somewhere. Big 6'5", 6'7" ass nigga with 920 pounds of muscle. Let this little white man accost you like that sexually? Fuck that, nigga. Nah. I mean, I understand, certain people's perspective, and he needed to do, did the right thing and all that. That's cool. But he also would have got these goddamn hands. Fuck you think this is. My question is, the fact that he didn't do those things, does it make him less than? Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay.
Like, you just, like, nigga, like, I don't know. I'm not for disrespect, right? Like, I just don't believe in disrespect of any kind, right?
Yeah. But you're saying that the way you view him is less than a man because he did not.
Not less than a man, but I just feel like he has some points off his manhood. You know what I mean? Like, he's still a man. I don't discount him being a man. He's taking care of his family and doing what he's got to do. But in terms of letting a nigga violate you like that, that shit definitely subtracts from your 100% that you had coming in.
All right. So, and this is where we circle the square. And this is exactly why I want to talk about this particular subject right here. Because last week, we touched briefly on toxic masculinity. Okay. And I feel like that this is a prime example of toxic masculinity. You sent me a clip where Van Lathan had a guest on his show named Jason Wilson. And Jason was talking about this very subject. He talked about how men are not able to do certain things because it's viewed as less masculine, and that men are basically chaining themselves for no apparent reason, that they can't handle things a certain way or it makes them less of a man. You sent me that.
I didn't say I didn't have any caveat to it. I just tagged you in it.
Okay. So give me your thoughts on why you tagged me on that and what is your views on that?
I just feel like, I mean, certain instances, I feel like you just have, like, certain things require certain actions, right? So, like, when a motherfucker violates you, like, I could see if it was words being exchanged and nobody put their hands on each other, and he said that I want to suck your dick and do all this other shit, like obscenities towards him, and he did what he did, then yes. Like, if he, you know what I mean? Like, walked away or said words and shit. But the time when you put your hands on me, that's a violation, right? Like, that shit means that what if he would have yanked his fucking dick to the point where he, like, would have tore his dick? You know what I'm saying?
But that's not what happened.
It did.
We can't say what if. We know exactly what happened. The nigga grabbed his dick.
It was a violation regardless of anything. Like, if I fucking touch your ear versus point, or like if I try to grab your face versus punching your face, it's still a violation. Don't touch me, motherfucker. Like, you don't have no reign to touch me. You know what I mean? So, like, it's a direct violation. So I personally feel that his actions warranted his motherfucking ass to be beat.
Right. No. And I get what you're saying. You're saying, if this happened to me, this is what I would have done, which is 100% fine, because I feel like if anybody would have put their fucking hands on me, I would have probably reacted the same way. So I get that. But here's where the problem comes in. The problem comes in is if a person, especially a man, because we're talking about toxic masculinity, if you don't behave in this particular manner, it makes you less than a man. Now you got to think about it from Terry Cruz's perspective. Now, if I fucking punch this fucking white man that's smaller than me, and has more money than me, that's more privileged than me and just in a different position than me, then it's my word against his fucking word. And now he has the fucking black eye or he bruised or whatever. Now I'm going to trial. Now I got to prove my innocence versus the other way around. I feel like that it's upsetting that it's okay to say how you would have handled it, but for him to be thought of as less than a man because he didn't behave the way that you felt like he should behave, I feel like that's toxic. Like you can't, that's like you telling your son like, yo, your feelings hurt, but you better not cry. Why can't he cry? Why can't he get his feelings out? Why is that different? Why is you telling a man how he should behave because that's the way you would have behaved? Why is that different?
I don't know. It's just weird. I mean, I don't know. I just look at it different. I mean, you make valid points, but it's just weird for me. I don't understand. Like, cause he was violated. You know what I mean? Like, so would you rather
the latter? Would you would rather for Terry Crews to be on trial right now?
Nah, I don't believe that, but I believe in self-defense.
But it's not like he was in danger. He was violated.
How do you know that?
He was definitely violated. I mean, it's based on what Terry Crews said happened.
That's what I'm saying, but it could have gotten worse, right?
But you keep talking about what could have happened. We know the facts. We know exactly what happened.
So again, you saying that he could have been called the police on and shit. It could have just been, damn, I shouldn't have did that and kept my ass moving. You know what I'm saying? So it's all we're talking about. We're all speculating about what's going on.
We're speculating, but this is so
but that's my point.
When you lay out the scenario. Right. But what we're saying, this is the actual event that happened. So we know that in society, all right, something happened. When it's a white man versus a black man, we already know how this could have went down. But you're saying like, I feel like if Terry Crews felt in a way like his life was in danger or a nigga tried to rape him or some shit like that, like he probably would have reacted different.
Maybe. Do you know that? You don't know that.
But even if he didn't, you know what I mean? Like, even if he didn't, my whole thing is like, you as a man can't tell another man he's not a man if he don't react the way that you would have reacted. Because, like I said, I'm with you.
I just said that certain points, like, it's just shaved. Like, that shit is just like, I don't know. Like, I mean, I don't know. I guess manhood is all relative in terms of that. Exactly. There's not like just one type of man. And when we were talking about like the future shit, that's how we got on the last episode when we were talking about toxic masculinity, is because Future gonna put all these stipulations on Russell Wilson because Russell Wilson don't act like Future. Future, you a fuckboy. Like, don't nobody want to act like you, but because Russell Wilson don't act like you, then Future views him as less than a man. And that's where that toxic part comes in, where you're saying there's only one standard to behave as a man. And we're making it so that our men and our boys feel uncomfortable not behaving super aggressively all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, homeboy, and I actually listened to it like Jason Wilson, he explained it like perfectly. So I was like, nah, I got to get back with B Hill on this one. Like, because you was like, oh no, I don't think toxic masculinity it's just masculinity. No, everybody don't have to act the same way and be viewed as less than because you didn't act the way that nigga. I don't think it should be viewed if motherfuckers do act the same way. Like, I don't think it should be painted like it's such a negative thing. Like, if it is a negative thing when you impose your views on how a nigga should have reacted as a man. It is. It's a problem. You know what I'm saying? If you telling me I'm not a man unless I do things like this, that's a problem. That's a problem.
That's
Well,
the problem
we'll
because we all different, you know what I mean? Like we all different, you know what I mean? Types of people, just period. So you can't diminish somebody's manhood.
I don't think that's called toxic masculinity. I think it's just having an opinion of motherfucking and of how a motherfucker would have reacted in the situation.
It's having an opinion of what masculine is.
But it's not toxic.
It's toxic if it's not, anything is toxic that's not something that's good. Like, if you're imposing how a nigga should act, and if they don't act like that, it makes them less, then that's toxic because
I don't think it's imposing. I think it's setting a guideline, like, for yourself.
Okay, let's use guideline. Let's use guideline. We can use your word.
Imposing on, I don't think it's
if
imposing.
You're setting a guideline, here's the guideline. If you act outside of this guideline, then you're not a man.
I mean, you're not a man. You still are a man, but it's just that shit wasn't the most manly thing you could have done.
Who decides what's manly?
I mean, it's all subjective, obviously, but I mean, I just live by a certain creed and I was taught certain things by a woman and a man that you're supposed to act a certain way. So, I mean, it's subjective. And
like you said, like, you know, he taking care of his family. He doing all that. Like that's masculine. Like that's dope.
Yeah,
like that's
what
whatever.
I said. Like he's not less than a man, but that portion like was a blip on the fucking radar for that shit was kind of weak. Like I don't believe in that shit. I don't know. That shit was weak to me and I don't really, there's no way else I can justify the shit. Nigga grabbed your dick. He violated you. He accosted you.
Yeah.
You should have slapped the fuck out of him.
Yeah.
So that he don't do that shit to another motherfucker. He know what time it is.
So he should have took that. He should. Yeah, I mean, that's opinions. I see why he handled it the way that he handled it.
Boy like that,
but I don't feel like that's something. Why is that such a problem for DL Hughley that he can't mind his fucking business?
Well, he was asked about it.
Right. Like, and he's still saying like, yeah, you should have did this. Like,
yeah,
like
so
it ain't nothing for one of our black men to get up out of here. You know what I mean? Like it ain't nothing. Like I feel like it took more for him to react the way that he did versus the other way, because I really feel like, you know what I'm saying, based in the society that we at and in the status that this man had, it would have been some, you know, white lady crying wolf type shit. Oh my God, this big black man. Who not gonna believe that? Who not gonna believe that big ass Terry Crews jumped on this little ass white man? Like niggas gonna be like,
and then
oh,
they're gonna be like, why the fuck did Terry Crews Mr. Goddamn pop block and drop it? Just jump on him for no fucking reason.
And it's gonna be
he grabbed my fucking dick. Oh,
it's gonna be just sense. Like the white lady who thought the little black boy touched her ass.
Yeah, well, it was at a party.
Store.
So it was a bunch of onlookers. So there's plenty of witnesses there that could have tested because he's at court and he's got these motherfuckers. It's in discovery and all these people are coming forward. So it's the same thing.
Well, if that was the case, I personally, I commend Terry Crews, for handling it the way that he saw fit. You know what I'm saying? And I think that it's fucked up that all of these men think that is funny. And I think that it's fucked up that men don't support. First of all, men don't fucking support people who have been abused sexually, period. But then when it come to men, like, it's extra fucked up because they don't get the support. Like, they looked at like bitches just because they saying some shit that happened to them. You know what I'm saying? And it causes people not to speak up. You know what I'm saying? And that goes all the way to little boys, to grown men, to whatever. Like, shit, niggas go through shit, man. Niggas go through shit sexually and emotionally and all of that. But this society is making it so that they don't feel comfortable saying the things that has happened to them. So then it builds up inside and then they lash out on other motherfuckers. Like, it's just this cycle. And me personally, I feel like, you know, we have to get rid of that. We have to abolish that. We just have to let people be people. You know what I'm saying? Ain't no certain way you gotta be as a woman or as a man or as whatever. Just be yourself and do right. You know what I'm saying? Whatever is right for you, and don't clown people because they've been violated. Like, I think that's some coward shit. I think that's some clown shit, and I think that shit need to stop. And that's just me. So I think this whole thing, I think that the backlash that Terry Crews has got from male celebrities and, you know, DL basically standing by the shit that he said, you know, I appreciate somebody keeping that same energy. Don't get it twisted. I appreciate that. But, you know, I just think that that's shit. So what do you think about this? You think it's leadership?
I don't know. I guess it's, I don't know. I guess I'm indifferent on it. It is what it is. I mean, I can't really say one way or the other. It's just, I guess it's lit. I don't know.
Well, it's lit. All right. Last but not least, cause I do want to get to this. So the game had a listening session and the clip went viral about, a verse or a couple bars that he had for Kim Kardashian. The bars went as such. I held Kim Kardashian by the throat. Nigga, I made her swallow my kids until she choked. Niggas rap the game is, hold on. He said, I apologize cause yay my folks. The game has been accused of clout chasing, all of these other things. I feel like this is pretty on brand for the game.
Yeah, man. That shit's trash. That shit is corny.
What do you think? What do you think about the whole shit?
Fucking, that's fucking toxic masculinity. He just be doing too much. Like, he just be name dropping, like, god damn. Like, and it's crazy because, like, that shit is like a blemish because the nigga is such a incredible talent, rap wise and song making, music wise.
Yeah,
like,
song making wise, he definitely.
Yeah, like, he's one of the best. Like, he's never had a whack album, in my opinion. Like, them shits all sonically go. But he always has some shit coming right around the time of an album coming out. Like, it's just what Game does. And that shit is corny. And he need to cut that shit out 15 years later.
Yeah, you know, Game, I always said that about Game. Like, Game always name dropping. He always name dropping. And, you know, the new name for that shit is when you trying to get attention, the kids call it clout chasing. You know what I mean? And, you know, he went on Big Boy or whatever and he was like, clout chasing, I done sold this many albums, whatever. But if you think about it, I feel like Game been clout chasing before clout chasing was the word.
Yeah, he invented that shit.
Yeah, he kind of invented clout chasing.
Dropped. Like, he been doing that shit since he dropped. That's his shit. He the game. He talk about the game.
Yeah, I think like, so like, when is it okay to like kiss and tell?
It's not for niggas.
Yeah. I think that's kind of corny.
Record. Like, you can tell your homeboys or some shit like that, but like for the masses, nah, that shit is corny.
You think
especially
he
if she a
with
wife
Ye?
and a mother and shit now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I don't really give a fuck about that because Kim Kardashian don't be acting like a wife and a mother. Like, you show your whole fucking pussy on Instagram.
Like, she still got kids though. You shouldn't be talking. You know what I'm saying? Like, if that was my wife and a nigga talking about like right now, a nigga get on record and talk about my fucking wife, like swallow his dick and shit. You know what I'm saying? Swallow his nut and shit. Nah, I'm at your door. Like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah.
Like, shit is wild.
You think he got beef with Ye?
I don't know, but I
know they got beef now because I know Ye about to let that shit slide.
Like, I don't know. I mean, he said Ye his folks, so clearly not. But nah, nigga, I'm like,
not if you say that, we not folks.
Like, yeah, nigga, you not disrespect. Like, nigga, nah, I couldn't deal with that shit. That shit is corny on his front, and Kanye need to be at that nigga door. Even if you can't beat that nigga, you still got to check him, like, just for the, like, he don't give a fuck.
You know, crazy people be strong as shit, though.
He said what?
Crazy people be strong as shit. Crazy people and crackheads be strong as shit. He might could take Game for real.
Nigga, Game work out crazy.
You know, Game say he done fuck 3 Kardashians.
Yeah, he definitely hit all them bitches for sure. I don't put that past him at all.
I think it was probably Kim, Courtney, Kylie. For some reason, I don't think it was Chloe.
He used to be with Chloe like hell. He beat that bitch.
Yeah, he always be like, that's his homegirl. Like, that's his homegirl. That's the one like when he asked questions about Chloe, and that might just be the one he respect. But I think it's mad crazy that these sisters don't mind sharing dick like that. I don't know. That shit crazy.
Bitches don't give a fuck.
I don't know, but yeah, this is very on brand for Game. You know, I have a love-hate relationship with Game because I like Game's music, but like personally, like, he mad corny to me, and he always inserting himself in some beef.
Yeah,
he always, like, the shit mad corny, so I just be like, yo, I like Game music, but I don't like the fact that I mean, for lack of better words, he always clout chasing. He's always clout chasing. Like, he's always inserting himself in the beef. He always posting some Instagram thought picture. He always got some shit to say, you know what I'm saying, that don't have shit to do with him. And that annoys the fuck out of me. Especially when, you know what I mean? Like, it's just even more when you have men who say this is what it means to be a man, then they do a bitch shit all the time. Like, Game just one of them niggas. Like, Game just one of them niggas. Game dropping this clip about Kim Kardashian is litter shit.
That shit lame, man.
Yeah, that shit's super.
I'm still gonna listen to the album because that shit he had with 21 sound crazy.
Oh, nah, the joint still sound good. It's just the content. I'm gonna definitely listen to the shit because, like I said, Game got probably one of my favorite albums, hip hop albums. So yeah. But let's move on. Let's move along a little bit quickly. We've been going a little bit long. Let's get into Ain't Shit in 2 Cents. Ain't Shit in 2 Cents is our listener letter segment where we give advice to people who clearly don't care about taking advice from people who drink a lot. We save lives, we help people, and we're about to do it again today. Dr. Fresh and Dr. Bill. And
H is silent.
H is silent. Today's letter, we have another letter that came from Anonymous.
Why you gotta be anonymous? I wanna know your name, your name, your name. That shit was trash.
I thought you was gonna finish it right on up. But the letter today is an interesting one. And it's also often that I hear things like this. So it says, it's from Anonymous, and it says, my fiance and I have been together for 3 years, engaged for 4 months. He has an ex that he has 2 kids with. The kids are cool. The kids are cool, but the ex keep trying me. She tried me in the beginning of our relationship, and I took the high road and I told him to handle it. I gave her the benefit of the doubt because I know how a woman can act out when the man she loves moves on. But ever since we got engaged, she's been throwing shots at me on Facebook and Instagram. We also go to the same salon, and the girls in there say she talks cash shit about me. I'm cool with you hating, but she also tells flat out lies, and I feel like she's trying to assassinate my character. I've been on my Michelle Obama going high on her low ass because I know she ain't shit but a horse face hood booger. But she keep testing me. I really want to pull up on her, but my fiance keeps saying leave it alone, and if I fight her, it's going to impact him seeing his kids. I understand all that, but I can't keep sacrificing my respect on his behalf. Fresh, be healed. Should I keep taking this abuse or go dog walk this bitch? Shout out to Cardi. I love that she's refreshed that phase. Whatever y'all say, I promise to at least try it. And this is from another.
Well, I was gonna say you might want to dog walk that bitch. So, I mean, that shit is tough because I know, like, you know what I'm saying, you want to have a good relationship with her kid, with his kids. I would hope you do, being that you're, about to marry him and shit. But at the same time, like, again, I'm big on respect, right? So she trying to drag your name through the shit. Like, I would address it. Like, boom, listen. Like, I would call her or even have like a Love and Hip Hop lunch with her ass or some shit. You say what?
Off the woman to woman.
Yeah, woman to woman.
Have you ever
but like, y'all need to meet up for lunch. Like, yo, listen, come and meet at a neutral place, like maybe a Chick-fil-A, good Christian establishment. Have lunch.
Meet me at these hands.
Yeah, and address your grievances with her and be like, listen, man, I don't know what see what her problem is with you, and then try to, like, boom, resolve it. And if it can't be resolved, kindly ask her to step her ass outside and bust her ass up one good time.
Yeah.
That's all I got for you. Cause I don't really, cause it's a difficult situation. Cause if she's throwing dirt on your name consistently and constantly, like, that shit gonna have motherfuckers looking at you, and fuck what other people think, other people's opinion of you. Cause you already know the truth. But at the same time, like, respect is respect, man.
Respect is respect.
Respect is respect, and disrespect should not be tolerated. You know what I mean? So I think if nothing else, you at least need to check her. You know what I mean? Like, just like, yo, my nigga, like, what's good type shit. Like, what's your problem? What the fuck is up with you? And then if it can't seem to resolve amicably, then put that 1-2 on.
Yeah. I think that, I feel like he is the person, your fiance is the person that does not want you to dog walk this bitch.
Good.
So I feel like you need to put it back on him and say, look, this is all I got. She keep disrespecting me. I'm going to put it on you this one last time to handle this. But I'm letting you know that if she cannot keep my name out her mouth, or I hear some more shit, or I'm seeing some more shit on Facebook, you putting me in a situation where I have to defend myself.
She forcing his hand.
You know what I mean? Because I'm with B. Y'all hear me say this shit all the time. Disrespect will not be tolerated. You don't have to like me, but you will respect me. Because I will respect you even if I don't like you. You know what I mean?
Right.
But once that disrespect happens, all gloves is off. You know what I'm saying? Like, we ain't got to kiki, ha ha, big each other up. We ain't even got to talk to each other. You go your way, I go my way. We live our lives. You know what I'm saying? But once you disrespect me, something got to happen. You know what I'm saying? So I say you put it on him and say, look, this for your kids. You feel like you won't see your kids. And then, you know, on the other side of that is, all right, you think she gonna do XYZ, then you need to go down to the courts and put some formal custody shit in place. So that you have to see your kids.
I was gonna say that too. I forgot about it.
Yeah, so that you have to see your kids. You have rights to your kids, and just because she's the mother of your kids don't mean she can keep you from seeing your kids. But listen, at the end of the day, I'm not about to diminish myself for you or that bitch or them kids. Them not my kids. You know what I mean? Like, you stepmom and I get all that, and I ain't trying to be like on no fuck shit like fuck the kids, but I'm just saying, like, it's me before all y'all. You know what I mean? Like, it's me and my respect before all of y'all. And I've tried. It's not like you haven't tried. You know what I'm saying? It's not like you haven't tried to keep your mouth shut. You know what I'm saying? So here are the options. You need to talk to her. I'm with B Hill's option as well. Like, having a conversation with her. And I don't know if it need to be in person or, by phone. Because if you in person.
Like Soulja Boy and Rich the Kid.
Famous Dex. Famous Dex.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Famous Dex.
All them niggas is
stupid. All them niggas the same nigga. But anyway, y'all can fight on live and let everybody see the shit.
Rings. Make sure you hit your rings together and shit. That's all.
Right.
That's gonna
bring
let
out
know.
Your Dracos.
Yeah, pull your imaginary gun out and shit and take your coat off like you ready to fuck some shit up, start swinging. All of a sudden, then that bitch gonna be like, oh shit, this bitch ain't playing.
She mean it. You see how she came at that screen all wild?
Yeah. See how she hit them goddamn, click them damn rings together?
Damn. Look. A backspace alt delete game crazy.
That nigga, goddamn. You see how she hit that X button? That'll be you, bitch. Log out on your goddamn ass. Bitch, I'll log out on your ass. You better chill out.
Nah, that's real though. So like, yeah, like at the end of the day, I'm with you all the way. Cause like a nigga can't keep trying you, my nigga. Like a person can't feel comfortable trying you.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? If you're going to try me, I want you to think about that shit long and hard and make it a decision that you're willing to stand on. Cause I'm willing to stand on mine. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's do it.
Family.
So, family. Hey, what the fuck that bitch doing besides changing her hair and clothes?
It's a pretty little bitch. I don't know. Someone being pretty.
I guess.
Dreezy got a new tape that's pretty dope for new
she fucking
session.
with Jacquees too.
Mm-hmm. She got a dope little tape though. She dope. She's talented. She can rap and she can sing. She's a dope
I don't
shit.
feel like Dreezy being marketed properly.
She was in label constraints, so this is her first project. Like, she just put an EP out. It's her first like little ditty since she been out of that little mix and shit.
Yeah, Dreezy pretty cool. I don't know what Dej Loaf is out here doing, but I ain't really checking for Dej Loaf like that anyway, because I really don't like her voice. I don't like the tone of her voice. But anyway, Anonymous, back to you. We talking about you. Let us know how that shit go. And if y'all want to hear the singing and advice from Dr. Bill or Dr. Fresh, please hit us at the Ain't Shit Show at G. That's right. the 8shitshow@gmail.com, and that's an X with an I would be. And your letter may get right on the show. Let's wrap up this baby. Let's wrap up this baby with this free smoke.
Yeah, let's get it.
Free smoke is where we talk about hot button personal issues. This not supposed to make you tired, it's supposed to energize you.
Yeah, no, I had a long day. It's late, nigga. We staying up late for y'all niggas. You heard?
Always. But today I want to talk about appropriation versus appreciation. And how I got to this topic where it's been a conversation just anyway, but more recently, what sparked it for me was, Ariana Grande has been receiving like some backlash for her 7 Rings video, right? Mm-hmm. And her 7 Rings video is basically like a trapped out beat. It's like a trapped out song. It gives you, Soulja Boy has been on his shit with it because it kind of has the cadence of, pretty boy swag. It has the pink trap house in it and all the 2 Chainz type elements in it. And talks about her weave and all of that. Her buying her weave and all of that. And some are saying like this is appropriation. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't necessarily feel that way. And that's why I want to get into and here we always ready to, bring some white people to the altar.
So first and foremost, she's not white. She's Spanish, right?
She
Grande
is.
The last name is Grande.
She's
so
Hispanic and white, I think.
That's actually like pretty funny because she's not Grande at all.
Yeah, she's Paquito.
Like Big Sean and Ariana Grande. So it's like Ariana Big and Big Sean. And they were small as hell.
Yeah. Big Sean loves little tiny women,
like
and I can see why. Yeah.
But yeah, so that was interesting. But yeah, I think she's Spanish, so that's one. I mean, it's still
appropriation can be anything.
Yeah, I agree. But
any race.
I mean, I just don't know. I don't know her enough to say that she's not. Does she not like rap? I mean, she was with a rapper, Mac Miller, right? She was with a rapper, and then she was with Pete Davidson, and she
was with Big Sean.
She was with Big Sean, so she liked rap.
How you gonna mention Big Sean and then skip all the way over Big Sean? You said she was with a rapper. I forgot about Big Sean. How you mention him and then like your Alzheimer's was like 2 seconds later?
You should have called him nigga Sean Grande, and then I would remember.
Okay, so you wasn't mentioning Big Sean in relation to her.
Nah, I wasn't. But now that she said,
got you.
She's
all right, go ahead.
Sean Grande, Ariana Big, but yeah, I mean, I think she just of the culture, man, and like she's. I don't know how old. I think she's like 25 or 26, but she grew up listening. Like if you 25, 26, you grew up listening to rap, right? And 9 times out of 10, it was trap music. You know what I'm saying? Because hip hop, like Southern hip hop, has been at the forefront for the past 12, 13 years. You know what I'm saying? So maybe it was an ode to it. I don't know if it was necessarily an appreciation. I mean, she could have maybe shouted out like 2 Chainz or especially 2 Chainz because it was definitely the pink trap house and his whole swag. Like
I thought that it was kind of all purposeful.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I think it was just, I mean, I don't know if it was like a cheap knockoff. I would like to hear her explain it, but I would definitely big up 2 Chainz because the shit was fire towards the end. That like last minute and a half when she started like kicking that shit. That shit is hard.
I fuck with that shit.
That shit is crack. I was like, damn,
and you probably wouldn't even listen to the shit if I told you not to listen to the shit, right?
I definitely wouldn't have. Oh yeah. Nah, cause and then like I listen to satellite radio in my truck and shit, so they don't be playing that shit. Not on the shit that I listen to. But my wife, she loved like little white girl music and shit. And so she was like, oh, that shit hard. And I was like, damn. So she put me on, cause I was trying to show, I was like, damn, look at this shit. She was like, oh, that shit dope. And I was like, oh, wow. But anyway, it's a dope song. So, I mean, I think she's of the culture. She been with rappers, you know what I'm saying? And she clearly grew up listening to trap music and shit, you know what I mean? Based on her cadence and shit. And plus, again, people write her music. So whoever wrote her music probably, had some influence from there too. So.
Yeah. And that's kind of where I was with it. That's why I was saying appropriation versus appreciation, because I definitely feel like, so we're getting to this interesting time, right? Where Ariana, like, 25 and under or the 30 and under crowd, you know what I mean? They grew up in the world of social media. You know what I'm saying? What social media did was make the world one big culture, which is black culture. But you know, it kind of blended the world. So it's kind of like, you know, and like I said, I'm quick to call some fucking white people to the stand and be like, nah, fuck that shit fucked up. But I feel like these children right now, or these younger adults, they are of the culture because this is how they grew up. You know what I'm saying? This is what they know. They know trap. They know these trap beats. They know, you know what I'm saying? They know all of that. They're doing all the dances. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're of the culture. And I feel like it's hard to say that somebody like Ariana Grande, who has, okay, so I'll give like two different examples, like Ariana Grande and then Miley Cyrus, right?
Yeah.
I feel like Miley Cyrus, even though I liked some of those songs that she had when she did that whole album with Mike Will, when Mike Will was giving her that, Mike Will Made It dick, and she put out that album. I did like some of the songs on that, but I definitely thought that was appropriation. Yeah, I didn't feel like she was of the culture.
Yeah, for sure.
To do that. I feel like Ariana Grande is a little bit more of the culture. You know what I'm saying? It's not something where she just stepped in it for an album and then she left. If you listen to Ariana's music, even from the beginning, she's always sounded like, young Mariah. Like her, you know how Mariah does her, you know, R&B pop type thing, you know what I'm saying? And Ariana seems like one of those who is of the culture. And I feel like it's a difference between stealing something and kind of paying homage to it, right? So even if it is on the pretty girls, the pretty boy swag kind of cadence, that should be an appreciation thing. I don't feel like every time I do something, I need to say, oh, shout out to Soulja Boy. Oh, shout out to 2 Chainz. Oh, shout out to Jay-Z. Or shout out to Biggie. You know what I'm saying? Cause Jay always get, called out for using Biggie lines. But all rappers use everybody's lines. If your line was fire, then it will get mentioned in another rap. You know what I'm saying? It'll be different if the rapper is like, oh yeah, I made this. This all right. Me. You know what I'm saying? So I think that there is a line there. And I feel like there's a difference. I feel like Ariana is basically of the culture. I feel like it's a lot of these, non-black music artists, that are of the culture. Even though we hate some of the shit that they do, this is what they grew up in. You know what I'm saying? You know, one of my favorite mans on Instagram is my little nigga Seth. That's always dancing and shit. The little white boy look like he about 10 or whatever. You know what I'm saying? But he 10. This what he know.
Right.
He know all these dances. He know motherfucking, you know, OT Genesis, and he know, you know what I mean? All these people, you know what I'm saying? Yellow Beezy and all these niggas. You know what I mean? That's the music that they listen to. You know what I'm saying? So it's just hard for all these people to say, yo, that's appropriation. She shouldn't be doing that. She should be doing this. She shouldn't be doing that. Do you think it's appropriation when black people do things that is not of the black culture?
So like they're being Oreos and shit. What is it?
Like no, I'm just saying like different things like
black and outside.
Oreos,
yeah. I mean, do we appropriate? I don't really know. I mean, I guess cause we do better, everything better. So like,
but I'm saying, so it's a lot of things that can be perceived,
give me some
as appropriation. Okay. Let me skip. So here, I'm going to give you some things and let's talk about if they are appropriation or appreciation, right? So Nicki Minaj loves the Asian culture. She loves to Harajuku Barbie. She loves the Chung Lee. She puts the chopsticks in her hair. All this shit means something in Asian culture. You know, the chopsticks and the different types of garb and all of that shit. Is it that appreciation or appropriation?
I mean, I think it's appreciation. I don't think it's, I think it's just appreciation because I don't think she's exploiting the culture. You know what I'm saying? Like, as long as you ain't exploiting and making a mockery of anything, I think you're fine.
Okay. So then we flip it and we take the same thing with Miley Cyrus and the Jordans and the grills and all of that in her videos.
Yeah, because she went right back to where she was at. You know what I'm saying? Like, it wasn't authentic. It wasn't genuine.
So you think appropriation versus appreciation is kind of a longevity thing? Like if you stick with it or not?
If you just come in and dip your toe in and just be like, oh, hey, niggers, I wanted to get some of your money and I'm exploiting your culture for monetary gain. I won't be here too long. I'll be back on my side. Don't worry about it. I'm good. Like, that's exploitation of the culture. And that's with anything. Like, if you go and do some shit just for monetary gain or for notoriety or for sales or marketing or whatever other fucking pitch you have, then yeah, that's exploitation. If you're not like of the culture, you don't love it or have an appreciation of it. You don't even have to necessarily love it, but just appreciate it for what it's what it's done and its impact on your like culture. Then yeah, you know what I mean? Like, I'm all for it. But if you don't have any of that, then you're a fucking piece of shit and you're a colonizer just the same.
Yeah. And you know, that's kind of, I'm glad you said that. Like, I feel like that's one of my problems with the Kardashians. Like, I feel like the Kardashians have done everything to appropriate black culture, but they never give props to black people. I mean, they give pussy to black men, but they don't give props to black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, they wear their hair in cornrows. It's, oh, Kim Kardashian invented boxer braids. You know what I'm saying? Kim Kardashian put on some Timbs. Oh, this is the new fashion. And they never come out and be like, yo, like, shout out to, yeah, I mean, like, that's where I think the shout outs belong. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? When people are giving you credit for shit you know don't have shit to do with you, and you are going around trying to you've changed your whole body to look black. You changed your lips, you changed your hair, you changed the way you dress. Y'all even be fake more tan than you normally are, you know what I'm saying? And Kylie is totally unrecognizable, but I never hear y'all outside of maybe this incarceration thing that Kim is doing. I never see y'all out here rooting for like black people and black causes and giving props to black people, but y'all steal all this shit and then y'all redistribute it to white America as this y'all new shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be having a problem with that. And, you know, Kim Kardashian posted a picture or a video like a day or two ago where she basically gave herself and North baby hair. And that shit was going in all the mad wrong direction. You know what I mean? Like, the shit was super trash. You know what I'm saying? But I get it. You got a mixed baby. Whatever. But to me, I'm looking at Kim Kardashian like, fuck out of here with that. Like, I don't look at it as like an appreciation type thing. It's oh, look at this new thing we're doing. No, bitch, we've been doing that since slavery. Like, yeah, I mean, like, we've been doing that since back in the day. Like, that's what make it like appropriation to me. Like, and it's based on what you said. Like, you're using it for gain versus this is just something I love. You know what I'm saying? Like, don't love black people, but not want to be a part of our struggle. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And they happen. Black. Exactly. They love our culture, but they don't love us. You know what I'm saying? And then you feel as though because you're marrying these or dealing with these black men and having these black babies that puts you even more in the culture. But to me, it kind of makes you look even more of a fraud, because I feel like if you got that much blackness around you from your mama on down, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you should be more appreciative of the culture and fight for the culture and be about the things that we're about. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, that's fucked up. Like, we should do this, and that. And to be completely honest, I'm still on the fence about that jail shit, that prison reform shit, that, you know what I mean? Like, getting these prisoners out, because I don't feel like the Kardashians do anything that's not for publicity. Right. You know what I'm saying? I'm happy these people got out. Don't get it twisted. Like, I'm happy that they got out, but I don't feel like they do anything that's not for publicity. Let me ask you another question though. Food being made by individuals that are not of that culture and selling it, is that appropriation or appreciation?
That's a good one. I guess it's just, I don't know if it's either one of them. I think it's just a motherfucker trying to, I don't know. I mean, I guess if you're of I mean, like for Southern cuisine, right? Like if you make soul food, quote unquote, and you're white, like it's what you were raised on, essentially, especially if you had like, I don't know, I won't say like black cooks and shit, but you know what I mean? I know that should sound wild, but I don't know.
But you can go to, let's take Mexican. You know what I mean? Like you can go to a Mexican restaurant and there's not a Mexican in sight.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I'm saying? Or
like Taco Bell and shit.
You go to a Japanese restaurant and it's not a Japanese person in sight.
Yeah,
you go
to
a Chinese place.
The conky and shit. It'd be nasty with it too.
So like, is that appropriation or appreciation?
I don't think it's either one of them. I think it's just like niggas is just trying to do some shit and niggas like making food. And I don't know. I can't really, that's a good one. It's kind of like in the middle. Like it kind of teeters the line to get, for me. Like, what would you, I don't know. Like, what would you say? Like, do you think what do you think?
I think like part of it is, I think it's, are you, I think it just goes back to exactly what you said. Like, are you doing it just to make money? You know what I'm saying? Like, are you doing this just to make money? Or like, do you really like just appreciate Southern food? You know what I'm saying?
So if you open Taco Bell tomorrow.
Taco Bell not real Mexican though. But if you open up like, if you open up, Taco Bell, Mexicans do not claim fucking Taco Bell. So they let us have that. Like Americans, y'all can have that shit. But if I open up a Mexican restaurant and I'm black or I'm white and I've never been to Mexico, I don't give back to the communities or any of that. Like, that's definitely appropriation. I'm not saying you can't do it, but I'm definitely saying like, that's appropriation. You know what I'm saying? Right. So, cause you gotta be of that community or.
So if you hire a couple Mexican cooks and shit, does that make it even worse? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like just cause you hire some cooks, does that make it appreciation?
I think it still goes back to the core. Like visually, it probably look all right. But then with like, if you sitting down and you got to have a conversation with yourself, like, why are you actually doing something? You know what I'm saying? Because if I'm doing certain shit, like I want to give back to that community or, you know what I mean? Like something like that. If I really fuck with that community, and listen, everything out here is about capital gain. So it's a lot of shit that go on that, people just making money, but that don't make it not appropriation. Right. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think you should care about that community. You know what I'm saying? And give back to that community. You can't open up a fucking Mexican restaurant and also be like, build that fucking wall. Like you can't like that.
Just have an opening. Just put a doorway in the wall. Maybe, I don't know.
I want your food, but not you. Yeah, and that goes back to, loving the things that come from that culture, but not actually loving that culture.
For
you know
sure.
what I'm saying? Last but not least, how do you feel about themed parties? So, we go up for shit like Cinco de Mayo and we have cowboys and Indians and you got the Redskins and you like, is that appropriation?
Yeah, it's definitely appropriation. But I mean, like, it depends on what level. Like, with Kevin Hart, he was getting a whole bunch of flack for his, like, Cowboys and Indians themed 1-year-old baby child. Them niggas don't know about that shit. And niggas really won't think about that shit. Like,
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I think it just goes to, like, your merit, right? So, like, if you're purposely fucking being disrespectful or if you're, you know what I mean? Like, let's have a Cowboy and Indians themed party as an adult. Like, I don't know if that's the best idea, right? Like, cause unless you just like play it where the fucking Indians kill all the Cowboys and shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, let's rewrite history real quick. But I mean,
I feel that.
I mean, I guess it's, if it's done, I won't even say if done in jest.
It's like intent, right?
Yeah, it's just intent, right? So like, cause if it's done in jest and shit and like it's kind of themed, but you like not being disrespectful and shit, I guess you're okay. But I guess, I mean, but then again, who's going to be disrespected? Like if some Indians do come to the party, like, yo, this should be disrespectful. Like, you know what I'm saying? Do come to the party.
But like I said, like we have like Cinco de Mayo and most motherfuckers don't even know what Cinco de Mayo is about. Just going to drink like some tequila and shit. And I've been to like different, themed parties and shit. I've been to like a Mexican party where motherfuckers, and I did it too. You know what I mean? Like dressed up in like fucking Mexican shit. Like I had on the motherfucking bandana and the motherfucking, you know what I mean? Like it don't make it right. I'm not saying to make it right. I'm just saying it happened. You know what I mean? Like had on the motherfucking, I look like a LA motherfucking gangster. You know what I mean? Like that's how I was dressed. You know what I'm saying? But when I flip the shit in my mind and I think about like, these white people who having these motherfucking parties with the black face on and the gold chains
and even that,
the,
like you can dress up as a black person, but just don't fucking like put the color, like the skin color. Like you can dress, like it's plenty of motherfuckers who dress up like rappers and shit without having to fucking put.
But what if they had like a hip hop party?
That's cool.
So everybody got on like chains and shit.
Yeah,
motherfucking
cool.
looking
But
like Migos, pants all down, grills in their mouth. I'm gonna have a problem with that too. I ain't gonna even lie. And that don't make it right. That don't make it right because I just told you that I've done the same shit.
Yeah, I don't think I would have a problem with it. Like, I don't think, like, as long as, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they ain't trying to be like gangsters and shoot, you know what I'm saying? Like, as long as they don't do the blackface and shit.
Because like, gangsters is a part of black hip hop culture as well.
Yeah, but just don't. That's fine. You can even do that, but don't even fucking like. Just don't do the black part. Like, don't color your body.
I think the black part is the totally. Like,
yeah, that's it. Like, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
Out.
Like, you can be like, you can have a '70s party and shit, and come in as fucking George Jefferson. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, or you know what I'm saying, or some shit like that, or like a black person. Because I mean, why can't you like a black person and want to dress up like black people? Because niggas dress up like Superman, and you know what I'm saying, wear all that shit. So it's no different. As long as it's just like, you don't have to color your fucking face. Like niggas would know the theme. Like if you put a Superman costume, you don't have to put white people like white on. Niggas know that you're gonna be Superman. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just say like, oh, I'm Red Fox or some shit. Or you know what I'm saying? Like you don't have to necessarily be like, just the color or something. You know what I'm saying? You can have a little catchphrase like tatted on your shit, like I'm coming to join you or some shit. You know what I'm saying? Like just be creative, but like don't do the whole like colorism shit.
How do you feel about black sense?
Black sense?
Black sense when white people put on their black accent.
I don't like that.
Yeah, that shit annoys me.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Yeah. I was watching some show and then I was watching Love After Lockup. Y'all know this is my shit. And the girl on there went through like
such ratchet TV.
I love that shit. That shit is interesting. Yeah, like niggas is stupid as fuck out here, and it's just interesting watching how stupid motherfuckers is.
Amazing to me, because knowing you and then the shit that you watch is wow.
I'm well rounded. I watch a lot of shit. Like you gotta know the good with the bad, the ratchet with the righteous. Like you gotta have all that. You gotta be well rounded out here. Yeah, I mean, you just gotta be there. And I love reality TV because it just really shows you how stupid people are. But anyway, he was dating this white girl. As soon as she got mad, like this black accent came out of nowhere. Like, oh, you gonna stop fucking with me? I was like, where the fuck? Sarah, funny. When did that? Stop that
it's
shit,
corny
bro.
for niggas to do the white accent when we at work, but we got to, so fuck it.
Yeah.
Not white accent, but you just got to talk a little bit more prim and proper, which is
they get to talk how they want to.
I don't be doing that shit, man. I don't be with that shit. Like,
I use my vocabulary at work. I use my vocabulary
but that's
at work.
I do that shit in normal conversation. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm gonna be articulate, but I don't. Man, I used to do that whole like, and I don't do that shit. I don't be with that shit no more. I don't do that shit.
Definitely do that shit. I definitely do that shit, and I'm making sure because again, it's just kind of one of those things where we gotta do so much more. And that's why I can't come home to no fucking white person because I can't tired.
Do it. I don't be doing that. I used to do that shit, man, when I was younger, but I don't do that shit. And I might do it for an interview or some shit, but once I'm in there, I'm being me. Like I can't even fake a facade. Like I don't be with that whole like, I don't know. You gonna know it's a black man you talking to on the phone or in person or whatever. Fuck that shit.
Oh no, I don't change like my voice. I do change my vernacular. I changed the vocabulary that I use because how I talk on this podcast is how I talk in my regular life. At work, I don't sound like that. Yeah, I don't sound like that. I'd be like, let me know tomorrow and I'll put that meeting together and we can, hash that out and see how that goes.
Let me know tomorrow and, I just keep I just don't say nigga and shit and cuss, but I still be cussing a little bit.
Cause that's not professional.
Yeah, I don't say nigga.
There's a difference between acting white and being professional. Let's get that clear.
Still, like, motherfuckers know it's a black man they talking to. Like, fuck that shit.
They be like, oh, that's be easy on the phone.
Yeah, that's goddamn, like, B.
You don't be getting on to me like, Fuck y'all doing? Fuck is up?
Nah, I be like, what's going on, guys? You know what I'm saying?
No,
like, what's up with y'all? Like, everybody all right?
I struggle.
Like,
I honestly do, because like, even like with writing like an email, I have to read my emails like twice before I send it, because I get in my vibe and I type my shit out. And then like, unfortunately, you got to make sure you're not using like
text
slang that they don't approve of, because they get to use their slang at work. We don't get to use our slang at work. You know what I mean? And, you know, making sure, like you said.
Today, like, cause I'm trying to settle a claim. My should be like, oh, we making money moves. And I'm like,
I mean, want to punch them.
Like, bitch, shut your ass up.
Shut your ass up.
We making money moves. You don't shut
you
your ass up.
You gotta make sure you're not using text language.
Yeah.
You have to, you know what I mean? You have to make sure, especially as a black female, you have to make sure you're not coming off as combative. And that's when as per my other email, last email.
How was, what's her name? Amanda Seal shit.
Oh, Amanda Seal shit was good. It was good. It was good. I actually didn't know, she was as funny, but she's still her. You know what I mean? Like, she get to the shit, you know what I'm saying? She going through the race shit and all of that, but like, some of the shit she say was like super fucking funny when she was talking about like black women, like how we compliment each other and shit like that. Like, hey, polka dots. Like, I see you, polka dots. I see you. Cause that's true. Like, it, you know, I think I'm always fascinated with the black culture of how the black experience is the black experience. It doesn't matter, you know what I'm saying, if you in New York, you're in North Carolina, you're in California, you're in Chicago, like, we all share like these things that we do. You know what I'm saying? And that's always interesting to me. And I just love that. I love that about us. That's what makes us us. You know what I'm saying? And it just really don't matter. But I think she did a really good job. I think she did a good job. You should definitely check it out. I think it's like an hour, maybe a little bit over an hour, but yeah, I think it's a good one. But thank y'all for listening, man. Make sure y'all subscribe to the show. Follow us at the Ain't Shit Show on all social media. And y'all know that's an X where the I would be. And y'all know we on Twitter, IG, Facebook, YouTube, Spotify, iHeartRadio, Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, all the places where you listen to podcasts, and, you know, rate us, review us, tell a friend to tell a friend. So we really appreciate y'all listening, for real. I love doing this, and, I do it for y'all. I do it for myself too. It gives me a break, and it gives me a chance to vent. Because I do have to code switch at work.
To sing and let you know.
It gives him a chance to sing and request titties
I ain't
to the email.
Titties in a while. Send your titties.
Look, I was just about to say, oh, Tiff must have got on that ass, and then you can say, send me some titties.
Yeah, send some titties to the show.
And y'all know how we do. I like to end every podcast with a quote. And the quote for today is, if you're not willing to work for it, then you don't get to complain about not having it. And until next week, I want y'all to be great. And it's always Wakanda forever, baby.
Bye-bye.
Peace out.